All right, are we all ready, or should we get this show on the road? This Dunge-On?
I'm
Yeah, man,
ready.
let's get this Dunge-On. I'm totally ready to die to a Kraken. Let's do it.
Oh, we won't die. It'll be fine.
It was
All we need
great.
is one
Man,
little bit.
that is just the jinxiest jinx I've
Yeah,
ever
dude,
heard.
I didn't like the tone of that one. I didn't like the tone of it at all.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm sure no one will die.
yeah. See,
I
this
like
this tone is
listening.
unsettling.
I was listening to you the last session on YouTube, well, and you guys like debated whether you wanted to fight a Kraken for like 20 minutes in character. It was great.
I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that,
it's
dude.
like, should we
I
die?
recall me and Raphael being very against fighting a Kraken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Still, Raphael, just for the record, still very against fighting the Kraken.
Yeah,
You guys
but-
had a
but
vote,
Locke,
too.
A
Locke
little
the
bit.
Sailor is very familiar with the horrors of the sea, and he doesn't want to fight a Kraken.
I just
Specifically,
wanted
the
a
Kraken.
little bit of the Kraken. There's like a little Kraken goo.
I
A
love
little
it.
bit of it.
I believe one of the arguments for fighting the
Yeah, you do.
monster was that
Damn
Geo
it.
can turn into a dolphin,
Yeah.
and that's not a very.
And
strong
talk to him.
for
You guys were
fighting
gonna
Kraken.
talk to him. Yeah. Okay, so last week,
The
well,
smallest of
actually,
you.
it was before Christmas, so it's been a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We had escaped, or we had just finished killing the dragon. So you spent a good amount of time looting the dragon, which ended up with tens of thousands of gold coin, plus a number of really cool new items, including some elemental summoning things. So you're gonna have elementals all over the fucking place. Geo's just like an elephant. He's an elephant.
He's an elephant now.
I'm an elephant now.
Yeah.
Like Chris is.
He's a watermelon elephantal, or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, a water elemental.
Water elemental, whatever. He's got lots of elementals,
I don't want.
and yeah, and some of the loot you had to leave behind because it was too big to fit into the bag of holding. And on your way out of the temple, you had to trudge your way back through the dungeon. You killed some more priests who were waiting for you with lightning bolts. And then I want to thank Lucius, who decided, I know there's some cool traps in this dungeon. Let's go trigger a few. So he ran down the wrong hallway and almost got ran over by the Indiana Jones ball that came running down the hallway. Or he did get run over, if I remember correctly.
That's like-
Oh yeah, I got hit.
Or you jumped out of the way into the
Oh
assassin
no,
vine.
I
I think it's-
failed.
Yeah, I think you
I
jumped in.
failed, and then I had someone give me a flash of inspiration or something.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Andrew did.
yeah. Raphael yells, "Jump out of the way!" And you're like, "Oh, that's smart."
Oh,
and then
right,
you
yeah.
jumped out of the way
Holy shit, genius.
into the assassin vines, and then you had to fight the assassin vine as well. You finally got out into the jungle, and you decided, well, we need to get back to the ship, and we're going to bully these goblinoids on the beach to get out of our fucking way, or we're going to blow up their village with some cannons. That worked pretty well. They didn't want their village blown up with cannons.
Makes sense.
And you guys were, so this battle that we have set up right here with all these goblins trying to fuck with you, they're like, they all ran away. And you guys got on your boat, or you got on the rowboats, and you went back out to the Jewel of the Crown, and you had a little bit of a session where you just tried to decide what should we do, and you decided, well, maybe we need a long rest before we go out there in case the Kraken attacks us. So you anchored in the bay, identified some of your items, including the Trident of Speed, and you had a long rest. Took a week, which was also over the full moon period, so we recharged Moondrinker during that period as well. So Moondrinker is good for another 4 weeks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Lock's even more broken than normal now.
also
Winter's
during...
been active.
You're all getting pretty broken. During that time, Dresdis, who was trying to get broken, he attuned to the new Trident, which is a real cool item, but it also cursed him and started draining his maximum hit points. And what is your current maximum hit points, Dresdis?
Okay.
Is a fantastic question. It's 68. No,
That's-
that's not true. I'm at negative 17.
So 68 minus 17.
72 minus 17.
Oh, so that is 55. So that's still enough to be an effective paladin, but maybe not for much longer. I will say that even though you put the trident away in storage over the last night, you still woke up and still seemed to be cursed the next morning. Just keeping it away from you is not enough to eliminate the curse now that you've been cursed. And for this purpose, I will say on a meta level, if you want to use the trident today, might as well. The curse is on, you know. Until you can figure out how to get rid of the curse, you might as well use it if you want to, of course. You have a pretty awesome other halberd as well.
Yeah, it'll all depend on if I have to go in the water or not.
Sure. Well, so you will have it with you then, at least?
Yeah, sure. I think we talked about locking it up, though.
You did mention that, but what I wanted to mention just on a meta level right now is you did lock it up the day before. You woke up. It didn't seem to do anything. You're still feeling like shit. So I'm going to give you the choice, both the player but also Dresdis the character, the choice to say, hey, should I keep it locked up or should I get it out? Because how did we end last day? Sure enough, you sailed out between the two islands. And the enraged Kraken started chasing you down, and as long as you had the protection of the barrier reef, you were safe, but the reef ran out, and the Kraken kept chasing you out into the open ocean, and you now had... We paused just as the Kraken is making its first attack with its tentacle to try and grab the ship as you flee. So this day you will be battling the Kraken. So I think what I'll say right now, well, first thing I'll do is I'll load up Jewel of the Crown.
Oh, man.
And then prior to this encounter battle, I would like you all to just get ready. You've had a long rest, so you know you're all fully up and ready to go. You can prepare any spells that you maybe needed to prepare. Strategize a little bit, but then we're gonna go right into this battle right away. Jeepers! Ignore these octopuses. There's no octopuses.
Okay.
Oh, jeepers indeed.
There's no octopuses yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've kind of put everyone on the boat that I think I know is on the boat. Here's a question: did you actually put what's his face, Declan Krause, off onto the island before you left, or?
That was my plan, yeah.
Okay, that was the discussion, that was the plan, so we're going to say that he was marooned somewhere out there. So I didn't add him to this group of NPCs, but I think
I
I
would
got...
like to add that when we marooned him, I gave him one of his own pistols and a single bullet.
But his pistols were already donated to the people, to the
you're right.
island folk. But if
I give him a random pistol.
And a single bullet.
He doesn't seem happy about that, but he swears that you have not seen the last of him, and he's gonna come and get you, Raph. I don't know. He curses you and swears that he will come and pay you what you deserve.
Well,
and you guys sail away.
Talk to me when this business is an actual threat to my father's.
You should honestly take Captain off Jimini's name. She doesn't have a ship.
She's still a captain.
At this point,
Honestly?
I'm thinking Raphael's going to start his own company.
Honestly? I'm gonna change my name.
Change my name, exactly. Everyone can change their names whenever they like.
Yeah, now I'm Captain Lock.
Now I'm Captain Lock, exactly. Okay, so everybody ready to start this battle?
Yeah.
Remember, everyone, we have the power of friendship on our side, says the decaying elephant man.
All right, then I think what we're gonna do.
True Illikraken is the friends we made along the way.
True. Very true.
Absolutely.
So you go in combat.
I'm trying to make that joke once a stream. That's my thing. That's my go-to.
The true.
Okay, those two
The true
will go
graviton is
Tristan.
defense.
The true is the first one along the way.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I'm trying to set everybody up on the combat.
Terrified of how much preparation is happening right now.
And
What's up?
Trying to get everyone who's supposed to have a turn the opportunity to roll. And it. And then I'm gonna make.
Oh, Gio. Gio.
That's all right. I'm kind of like I kind of just. It's good that I go last. I'm gonna think of it as a positive thing, because then I can just kind of like pick whatever niche spell I need to kind of clean things up from where they're at.
Gio.
That's the way I'm gonna
If
cope with
If
it.
Gio's anything, he's an optimist. Seeing that his family's dead, and he seems to be doing fine.
You still got one family member alive, and that family member
I
could
rolled a
die
fucking-
right now.
Rolled a fucking 20.
Nice, dude. Jesus Christ, 29 on a nit.
I get to add my charisma modifier and my dex modifier.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I rolled an 18 and I'm going third. Like fuck that.
Yeah, I get to. Swashbuckler lets you add your charisma to your knit.
Yeah.
Put
That's
the
fucking
Kraken
awesome.
I feel like
on
it's-
there.
That also
This
makes
is
sense
typical.
for a Swashcut Buckler. That's actually cool, like lore wise. That's interesting.
I love Swashbuckler. It's so fun.
Okay,
Like a
so
swashbuckler.
It's like a sword bard kind of.
It is, and I am in fact a rogue
Yeah.
and a bard.
Right. Bard. Top tier class. Bard is number one.
okay, so let's get this Dunge-On.
Yeah.
The Kraken is gaining on you, and as it gets in within about, I don't know, 30 feet, it's got really long ass fucking tentacles of you. It lashes out with its first tentacle, and it tries to make an attack, and we're not actually in it yet. This is pre-battle. So what we're going to do here is we've been rolling some kind of ship handling checks for you, Captain Locke, correct?
I mean, yeah, I guess I.
What have we been calling them?
That's a fucking good question. I don't know.
Intelligence checks.
Yeah, intelligence checks, because my intelligence is so fucking amazing.
We'll let you roll it with dexterity this time, okay, instead of intelligence. And you're going to add your proficiency because you're a captain. And what
So,
you're going
like,
to...
A saving throw or an ability check?
Let's say saving throw. So here's what's happening, basically. I'm going to assume you're on the wheel right now, okay? Because that's why I put you there, right? And maybe Winter's there helping you because you probably have a real large wheel, right? Now, what's happening is the tentacle's coming out, and you're trying to make an immediate, like, dodge.
Oh yeah, get the fuck out of the way. Yeah.
Exactly. So you are jerking the ship as hard as you can, which means I'm going to make it dexterity because it's really about your ability to reflect, react to the situation. Okay. Now here's the thing: it's going to go against the Kraken's attack, and you have a chance, but the Kraken has a pretty.
You got ridiculous fucking attack.
Yeah. So here's the attack. 32.
32. Just go ahead. I can't beat that.
You can't beat that? Okay. So,
My max I could roll would be 28.
all right. Okay. So, I'll describe what you see.
Unless you're
is
gonna let me bardic inspiration myself.
you can't do that. I don't. You can't do it to yourself, and that you can't do that on saving throws. I don't think. But yes. So what happens is you see the tentacle latch onto the stern of your boat, and the end of the tentacle you notice is itself an octopus. So it's got like a little octopusy kind of head on the back, but it's got most importantly, it's got a beak in the middle, and it's got 8 little little finger tentacles on the end. And while the main tentacle's kind of gripping on the ship, this part is like free to lash about and attack. And its tentacles are pretty long. Let me check to see if I can see. Yeah, they can hit anything probably within about 15 feet of this tentacle that's lashed onto the side. We're going to do this one more time, Locke.
Just a quick game state. You
Yeah.
can use bardic inspiration for saving throws, but I cannot do it to myself. You are correct there.
I
Okay.
can give you a +2 to your saving throws with my new thing though, if you need it.
All right. Well,
29.
you're gonna have to, or I can't make it. And
Okay.
I have to roll like a 20. How much do you give? 5?
I give a +5. Yeah.
So I have to get a 24. And
Okay,
then
so
you
not
have to
even
do
worth
that
it.
in order for me to make it.
I can do it after the roll, but
Don't bother.
yeah, it's
Unless
not
I want
gonna
to. Wait, didn't you change the rules so we could use our inspirations after the fact, or roll again rather instead?
It's a roll again, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it again.
Yeah.
Damn,
Ah,
it didn't
damn.
work,
So
22.
close. So close.
Doesn't matter. That's only gonna make it
So
27.
close.
Well, I tried, and my inspiration's gone. Oh well.
All right. So, okay. So now we will begin the battle.
Squids.
And what we have right now are 2 of the tentacles attached. The boat is slowing at the moment as the Kraken is like trying to pull it, so that it can fully attack it. I'm going to assume that a lot of the sailors, at least for the first couple rounds, are going to be engaged with still trying to sail the ship. But, Captain, if you want to give orders, you're the captain, so you tell them what to do. Okay?
Right.
Also, down below here, we've got Landry. He's actually being babysit by these 2. That's like the chef and someone else. I don't know who. And Grix the Giggler happens to be down there too. Okay? But everyone else is going to have their own turn. Except for all the pirates will go on the same turn. I think I gave Landry a turn too. Yes, I did. Okay, and Captain Locke, you rolled a 20, so you have 29, so you are first to act.
Alright. First things first. I'm gonna yell out and I'm gonna go, "Oi, Dresdis! Get that tentacle off the ship!" And I'm gonna motion to this one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give Dresdis bardic inspiration.
Alrighty.
So
And is that, what, a d6?
It's a d6, yeah. To ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. And I'm pretty sure you can use it after the fact. Do you want to fact check me on that, Andrew?
What am I doing?
Bardic Inspiration, can they use it after the roll?
I believe so. Yeah, I think that's how we were playing it with Angelics.
Yeah, it says it. The creatures can wait until after the roll. Okay, yeah. So, Bobby, you have a Bardic Inspiration die.
So after the roll, but before I say if it's a success or not.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Which we're we'll wiggle on that, but try and say it before I tell you, and I'll try and wait when you have Bardic Inspiration. So, okay, so you give Dresdis an order and some inspiration. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Is that a bonus action for you?
It is a bonus action, yes. It's just a bonus action in general. So that's my bonus. As a free action, I'm gonna look at Winter and be like, "Take the wheel, keep us going forward."
Aye, Captain.
And then I'm gonna run down here with my movement and attack this thing.
Fucking A.
Oh. I'm not sure that hits.
Okay, a 15. Let me check.
I mean, it is a giant tentacle. So
It is. See, here's the thing. You're not attacking the main Kraken. You're attacking the tentacles. The tentacles actually have lower AC than the Kraken itself. Because that Kraken,
it's a Kraken.
it's ridiculous. So it has AC 15 according to what I've got here. So, yeah, you did damage. So what is that? 7 damage. All right.
Sneak attack.
Now, yes, so let's see. Sneak attack of 15. I don't know why I'm not doing this right here. There we go. Okay. Okay, so you coming in and you hack pretty, you get out your saber. Is that a stabbing weapon?
Mm-mm.
No, it's a slashing.
It's Moondrinker's a scimitar. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You said Moondrinker was a scimitar, so that's what it is.
Is it? I think it's a rapier probably. Because it does 1d8, right? Oh, it does 1d6. There you go. It's a scimitar.
Yeah, it's a scimitar.
Okay. Then there you go. You slice it. So you slice. I'm gonna say you slice off one of the like fingery tentacles, and it's kind of flopping on the ground next to you. It still seems active though, like it might still be able to attack.
I'm
Okay.
gonna use the rest of my movement to go over here.
Sure. And you don't get attacks
No.
because of your swashbuckly
because
stuff, right?
swashbuckler. Yeah.
Okay.
If I made an attack against it, it can't attack of opportunity.
All right. Then we are on to Lucy.
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately cast fly on myself.
Yeah, I'm not going down with the ship, bitches. Everyone else is sinking. Lucius is just gonna fly around. He's just gonna fly
I'll
back
fly
to the
back to
island.
the goblin. I'll go back to the goblin island and live
Yeah.
with my people.
Yeah, the ones that hate us.
Not a good call.
Hey, I'll just get rid of all my clothes and knock a few teeth out, and I'll blend right in.
I love this alternate
that's what
universe.
Anyways, I will cast fly on myself and
Yeah.
go up immediately above me, 60,
Okay.
and then shoot this one twice with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 2 spell. I don't think you can do that, right?
I can do.
You can
I
do a
can't.
spell and a cantrip.
And a cantrip. I can't do fly and then hex.
But one of
I think
those
I can
has
do
to be a
fly
bonus
Eldritch.
action. Which one is a bonus action? Neither are bonus actions, right? They're both actions.
Can I cast fly as I see it coming over to us?
Yes,
If not,
I
I'm
will
gonna
allow
cast
you to
fly right
because
now.
I asked you that. Well, I already gave you guys opportunities earlier, so we can say you precast fly. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably cast fly on myself. Okay, then I'll just shoot 2.
Okay.
Move up 60, shoot 2.
Okay. 19 hit, 14 miss.
Dang. All right. 8 damage. And then I'll
Okay.
end my turn right here. When I'm.
All right.
other stuff.
Let me see who's next. Raphael is next.
Okay. So here's a crazy idea. Is there any way for me to angle that cannon in a way that I can hit that thing without hitting the ship?
Not at the moment. The cannons at the
Go
moment
ahead.
are unlikely going to be an option at the moment. But if
Okay.
and
Is
if
the Illikraken a magical being?
certainly it is a magical being.
So can I perceive it from under the water
Um,
with my lenses down for magic detection?
well, normally I let you do that when we're out of combat because it's a concentration thing. But right now, I don't think you want to actively activate your goggles because that would take your action.
Okay, sure.
Okay, but here's what I will say from your current vantage point: the tentacle that's up on the top there, that one you can probably see right from your current vantage, but it's got cover because it's up the next level and there's walls in between you. But this other tentacle, which you really can't see from where it's actually on here, you can see the part that's coming out of the water really easily. Like there's a big tentacle coming out of the water here. So from your side, you could easily be shooting at the tentacle that's not quite on the deck, but that is out in the water.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, let's do that. No, I'm just making a decision if I want to do. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on that tentacle thing.
All right.
It's second level. Boom.
Holy fuck balls. Okay, let me see here. The first one is a hit, not a crit. The second one is a crit.
Fuck yeah, that was a good crit. Happy with that.
And the third one misses, but it misses because that tentacle has been dealt a lot of damage, and you watch it sort of flash out. It sort of flails a bit, and then it sucks back down under the water.
Cool.
Okay, now I had meant to do this before your turn because you're on 18, so I'm going to add a new. Let me see here. Can I add you again? No. Oh, jeepers. There. You were at 11. I'm going to give the Kraken two places in the initiative. But I don't know how to do that. Let's just copy the Kraken and make two Krakens. Haha! Now there's two Krakens.
Wait a second.
That's just how it works.
Wait a second.
I don't
Like
like this.
Octopus hydras.
Yeah, you cut off one leg and now there's two Krakens.
Okay, well I'll use my bonus action to do a shot, probably disadvantage because of the cover, right?
You can shoot as a bonus action?
My ornithopter.
Ornithopter. Yeah, but you can fly your ornithopter up so he doesn't have cover.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a hit. Okay. So, yes. So we'll say that this actually happens at the end of your turn. Raph is another tentacle is going to latch itself onto the boat. Here. Oops. Why does it comes with damage? I don't want damage. Okay. Another one tentacle latches itself on the boat, and I want everyone on the boat to make a dexterity saving throw. Let me check my notes here. DC 15.
That's
Or
right.
you are knocked prone.
That one doesn't count. It was my
So the ship is just being shaken as it's being violently slowed down. And so Captain Locke's sea legs are strong. Same with Raphael.
fucking digging my bird claws into the deck.
Exactly. I'll do a couple others. Grix, able to stay up.
It's a sturdy crew.
Oh, Shakir just
Yeah.
barely.
Okay. The saving throw, right?
Ooh, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Xerxes.
How many is it for it?
15.
DC what? Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, not you, Lucius, because you're in the
Oh,
air.
I'm in the sky.
You can't be knocked
Yeah.
prone because the boat is shaking.
Thank God. Thank God.
Oh, Captain Jimeni's on her butt too. How do I make them on their butts? Is there
Yeah,
lying down prone? Yeah, I'm prone.
Bobby.
Yeah, Dresdis is gonna have to make his save too.
Yes.
Bobby,
Ability
Bobby,
check to save.
Bobby.
What?
Bardic Inspiration.
I mean, I don't think that
It's a
+5 will
D6.
help you right now, will it?
It's a D6.
Oh, it's a D6.
It-
It's DC 15.
It could help you.
You got a
Okay.
1/3 chance of succeeding.
Chris, I love that you just pull those statistics off the top of your head. I love those.
It's so fun.
Those make me feel good inside. It's like 33%. Do it.
That's
Nah.
a good.
Damn it.
Oh, so close.
Alright, okay, well, whatever.
Wait, can't Andrew give him a flash of inspiration?
Yeah, but I mean, I
This
can-
is just so he can stand up, right?
I only
Like,
got a couple of those. Yeah.
I get.
I don't think it's that big a deal. It's cool, guys.
I'm just gonna assume all the bosuns fail, or all the shipmates fail. There will probably be a handful that don't, but it's not worth bookkeeping.
Or hive mind.
Okay, so yeah, that was Raph's. That happened at the end of Raph's turn, and we're gonna get Winter. Winter's still trying to hold the wheel. Captain Jemeni is like, oh, I'll fight on I have to stand up, so I'm gonna stand up. Boop. And I'll fight on behalf of this crew. Actually, probably not gonna be so brave. Gonna pull out her musket and shoot. Ba-blam! Hey, that's a good shot. Damn.
Oh wow. Damn it, that's a good amount of damage too.
Yeah.
Clearly a DeCorbo rifle.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Actually, she's got one that looks like it's sort of a classic Chinese, like, I don't know if it's that old-fashioned, but hers definitely looks like it comes from the Kugong Empire.
Competition.
Dresdis.
Well, first, I'm going to stand up.
Yep, that takes half your move.
I'm going to cast Divine Favor, bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm going to step here. And I'm going to throw... I'm gonna throw this. Oh wait, I still don't have the stats of the trident.
Trying to speed, coming right up. We didn't make an item for that. That's one of the things I could have done. Trying to speed. It is a +2 great trident, which I made up. It's 1d8 versatile, 1d10.
Can I throw it? Oh wait, his bonus would be thrown in the water, not in the sky, right? So I'll just
range is way. Its range is way further in the water. Yeah, it's only got a range of 10, 40 in the air. But if you wanted, you could jump off the edge of the boat, swim towards the Kraken, and just be like,
"That's cool." I'll just throw the light hammer at the one that's out of my range.
Okay. Okay, and I'll remind you all that its range is 15, so you're currently within its range. In case that changes your strategy at all.
Nah.
Okay, so
does returning come back to me fast enough I can throw it again?
Sure.
Oh, what? Really? Okay.
Yeah, it just...
That finally a hit.
That's a hit.
I'm boomeranging this fucking hammer.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That was Dresdis.
Oh shit! I forgot another D4. Can I just add it to my weapon?
What's the other D4? What do you mean?
I casted Divine Favor.
Yeah, I would just make 2 versions of that weapon. One that has the Divine Favor and call it Divine Favor or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or what you can do is put it in the context thing. And like you can have it so that it always rolls the D4, but it just says over it like Divine Favor. So that we know, like, I think I have that for some of mine. I don't know who it is. But like, yeah, I don't know, you can figure it out. Feel free to how you want to do that. Grix. Grix is going to come running up. And he's going to attack. Wow, geez, good damage, you guys.
I mean, you give us all the most broken homebrew shit, Chris. Like, what can you expect?
Well, it's not as broken as it could be. It's pretty normal. Okay, the Kraken's turn. And how come none of my tentacles have gone yet? Oh, because that other one died. Let me try this one. I didn't give it a roll yet. Okay. So a Kraken is going to make another tentacle appear. Right here. Blah. And that tentacle, as it lands down, is going to make an attack. It's going to make 3 attacks, actually, because it's got 3 tentacles that are going to lash out. It's going to lash out at... First attack is on Geo. That looks like a miss. Second attack is on that random pirate by Geo. Oh,
You
gee!
can do it, random pirate. I believe in you.
Random pirate got fucked up, and he is now grappled by the tentacle. Oh, shit. And the last one is going to be on Raphael. 14, Raph?
Hold on. I don't think so. Just regular AC? No, doesn't pass.
Then you are not, you do not take that 13 damage, and you are not grappled.
Good.
Okay, that was the Kraken's turn. Xerxes. Xerxes is like, I was prone, but now I am not. He looks up to Dresdis and he says, Dresdis, should we engage it directly?
We should attack these tentacles and get it off of our ship so we can escape.
Then I will
I
go
don't think I can-
full on.
I don't think many of our companions would appreciate us jumping in to kill it.
He's going to attack with his own halberd from on top of this box. Ooh, doing good damage. Alright, but then it's that tentacle's turn. Oh no. That tentacle is going to make an attack on first Dresdis. That's a
Yes.
terrible attack. Then on Xerxes. Ooh, that's probably a miss on Xerxes. Yep. And then an attack on the pirate. Ooh, misses the pirate too. These are terrible attacks, little tentacle man. Okay, also at the end of that tentacle's turn, this other tentacle that had just arrived last turn, this one over here, it's going to use one of the Kraken's key abilities called Fling. And everyone grappled by that one is going to fly through the air. Unfortunately, it was only... Everyone else saved, so only this pirate is going to fly. Whee! Sploosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
My dog, you did a good job. I'm proud of you.
this pirate dead too, because he died when he smashed into the water. Awesome.
He didn't cross his legs, did he?
Exactly. He said, check out this belly flop. Blah! Okay, Shakir is right next to this guy, and he's like, oh, I need to fuck it up. I didn't give this guy a turn yet. So Shakir is going to fuck it up. Halberd, full on. Miss. Okay, Shakir has not yet proven his worth. Landry's going to be like, what the fuck is going on? Whee! He runs around in a circle.
Good job, Landry. You
Yeah.
did it.
Good work.
We have a child.
And now
Good work, kid.
this tentacle gets an attack. It's going to try again. It's going to attack Geo, Raph, and another... Oh, wait. It's going to move 5 feet this way, and it's going to do it. Geo, Raph, other pirate.
Oh,
Ooh, that'll do me.
yeah.
So if
I'm
you
going
got...
to cast
Yeah,
Shield.
nice. You deflect the tentacle with your shield.
Whoopsies, I made that blind.
But Raph,
Ooh.
you are now grappled.
What are we using a specific symbol for that?
Like, I don't know, make a net. I don't know. There might be actually one.
Let me see. Gotta be. How about a net? Yeah, grappled.
It means you cannot move on your round. And Which was the other one? The last one. Ooh, was a miss. Okay. Geo, you've assessed the situation. You watched everyone in the whole round go. It's finally come to your turn. The last person in the round, the first person in the next round.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I like that second version more.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I want this tentacle off this ship. How do I do it without destroying the ship?
Good questions.
So first thing I will do is I'm going to I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on the tentacle.
All right. Tentacle can't dodge those, so fire at will. What level? Level 1?
Yeah.
So what's that? 3 missiles?
Yeah.
What
Wait,
the-
5 times.
I don't know why the magic missile's fucked up like that. Just click on the little button there 3 times, the 1d4 plus 1 button.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes a lot. Oh, come. I think I don't know if I really knew what I was clicking into on that last one. Okay, I clicked it.
Try again. Yeah.
All right.
Wow,
Well,
a
how
little
did the
better.
first one do so much? The first one said 5 times 3. Oh, it just multiplies the.
It just
result?
took a 5 and it multiplied it by 3. That's the maximum possible damage you could get. So, yeah.
I kind of like that.
Oh yeah, I like that too. No, roll one more. Roll one more for your third missile.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So you did 10 damage
Yeah.
total.
Yeah. I guess that's the cost. It's the swift of spellcasting in D&D. What
Anything
do you mean,
else,
Jeremy?
Gio?
What's a Pokemon move that doesn't miss? So I moved and I did my thing. So the only thing I would add is if there was a way to get my sheep here to transform into do I have Burnitan?
You got Burnitan.
Oh, I wonder if that's not good for the ship though. I think
I was kind of hoping you'd Burnitan, but it wouldn't be
It is
good.
literally wood and water.
let's Burnitan then. I'm getting to Burnitan. I want to try this out.
Oh yeah, starting the ship on fire.
I would argue that it doesn't start the ship on fire because you used fire elementals on a ship
That burnt to the ground.
It did not. They fired fireballs into the fucking market. That's what burned it to the ground.
The ship that you guys fought on completely burned to a crisp. Don't you remember the fire elemental going through the burning floors down to attack Landry?
This sounds like a myth.
I mean,
I certainly don't remember that. Yeah.
I will also add this.
I remember what the captain remembers.
The ship is already taking a pretty serious beating. When that tentacle ripped itself off of the ship, it ripped it off with a bunch of boards and bags and stuff came flying off. So the ship's already taken a beating. Yeah. No, I'm down with Burnitan because I like it when you guys do shit like this. That's like, fuck it. Okay, so are we doing Burnitan?
Yeah.
Burnitan.
Make it into it. Yes.
Bye sheep. Burninate. Burnitan.
I like how it just kind of looks like burn.
Burnitan. All right, that's Burnitan. Burnitan gonna make an attack.
I do. Oh, he's under followers. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, we started getting crowded, so I made a new followers category.
I appreciate that. It looks really well organized. How does this? Yeah, so he's going to touch the tentacle as it is. Dang.
He has
He
two
gets
attacks.
multi-attack.
Yeah.
Oh, that I feel like it always happens that way. You low roll, but it would have been good damage. You roll high, it's damage, but I'll take it.
Right. And what is with
Seer.
2 fire
We're making
damage?
sushi here. I'm sushi.
Why is it giving me 2 kinds of damage? If the target is a creature is a flammable object, it turns on fire.
Target takes 1d10
Oh,
fire damage
it's on
at the
fire.
start of each of its turn.
Okay, so the second
Oh,
one's...
it's not supposed to take the. It's not supposed to take 1d10 yet. It's supposed to be on its.
It takes more on its turn.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
did I get
Gio.
the tentacle on fire?
Yeah, he's on fire.
Oh, that's great because then he'll be really motivated to pull it back into the water.
Let me see
He's that.
if the Kraken... I don't think it has immunity to fire. Probably has immunity to other things. Lightning. Oh! Shouldn't say what its immunities are. It's for my eyes only.
We're terrible players. We all already knew that for sure.
You guys would, having been told he's immune to lightning, are like, well, I'll lightning bolt it. That would be like your next choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would have
Okay,
assumed.
Geo's down, up to lock.
Woo!
Or back to lock, I should say.
I'm saying rocks.
I make sure this is the it is. At least. I go over here. I smite him with Moondrinker.
You smite him.
Smote?
You aren't a paladin.
I know, but is he smote?
You did hit this tentacle, yes.
I hit a 22, 3 6s and a 4. God damn!
God damn! This tentacle withdraws into the water.
I will bonus action a dash then, and I have enough movement to go over here, and that will be my turn.
All right. Lucius, it's your turn, and I'm also just going to take this opportunity to remind you that you have ulterior motives.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay,
Well,
I just wanted
figured,
to remind you in case it had switched out of your brain.
No, I'm just figuring that I these tentacly boys that are up on this ship, that's part of it, right?
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's it.
This is
thing.
it.
So I'm gonna fly out. Yeah, right in the middle here. And then just kind of yell really loud. Maybe go down a bit because 60 feet up is pretty high. To just yell at everybody. I'll go up 30. Come down and yell. Hey, everyone, let's make sure if we get a piece of these. I don't know. Let's see if we can get one cut off. I'll give whoever cuts one off 500 gold pieces.
I love it. You can get some inspiration if you know.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That is definitely
just for
worth it.
500 gold pieces.
I hope while you're doing that, you're like raining gold down on deadly little gold coins down onto the pirates.
Ancient dragon gold coins from a goblin empire.
Yeah.
Everyone gets some gold. Bring me my treasure.
All right.
All right, Captain.
That's
shoot
definitely a free action for you. So you want to do anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it twice. Oh, sick. That's not a very good crit, but whatever. 10 damage.
Yeah. Oh crap. Yeah. Okay. First one missed. Second one crit. Okay. Eldritch blasting.
My turn.
All right. So on this round, on the Kraken's, I'm giving him lair actions because his lair is the whole ocean.
Goddamn ocean.
That's what I decided. His lair is the whole ocean. So he's gonna summon a couple more tentacles. Where did I put those? Well, let's just do this. Let's cut and paste them again, even though. So 2 Kraken tentacles go up and attach themselves to the 2 They basically wrap themselves around the 2 masts. And I'm going to say they're 20 feet up. So if you want to attack them, you have to get high enough to get up there. Or shoot them. And I want everyone to make that saving throw again or be knocked prone. So DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
I refuse.
Can we refuse?
I
You
think
can
the DM can
refuse
just
and
roll
you
it
will
for you.
automatically be knocked prone.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yes.
Dexterity saving throw. Nope.
Lock is just
Dexterity
like...
saving throws.
Wait, I'm alright. I'm still.
I
grappled.
love dexterity things.
Yeah, he's
Can
a
I be-
pirate captain.
Yeah.
I love dexterity. Dexterity is my friend.
Doesn't my state of being grappled like stabilize me?
No, you can still fall down and you won't be able to stand up if you're grappled.
What?
Yeah, it
Could
sucks.
Does it try to grapple Burnitan? Even though it might.
It had... Burnitan, I'll say, is immune to this because Burnitan just kind of floats or flies.
Gotcha.
But everyone else, so everyone fell prone except for Captain Locke. Who are we missing here? Lucius don't need to make it, so let's do
Nope.
these guys. Boom. He's like, yeah, I have the worst dexterity ever, but am I gonna fall down? No. Let's get Winter. Ah, fell down. Damn it. Hanging on. That just jerks the bolt even more. Ah!
Oh god.
Okay. That's probably all that matters. And then it is this tentacle. And this tentacle. Oh, this tentacle's got lots of people to attack around it. So he's going to attack. Who's that? Xerxes, Locke, and then Shakir.
I'm the second one?
You're the second one. Is that a hit?
No.
All misses then. And then at the end of this turn, it sure would have been great if you could fly. The Kraken says inside your mind, Raphael, can you fly, Raph? Can you fly?
Mm-hmm.
And then he uses his fling ability on you. Fling! Woo! 1, 2, 3.
Hang on, where'd he start? Where'd he start? Real quick.
Right here.
Right there.
Oh, this is great.
It's within 35 feet.
Of you?
I use my reaction to cast Slow Fall on him.
I think he has a
Or
ring of
feather
feather
fall.
fall. I think he has a ring
He's
of
feather
feather falling. Or did he give...
Oh.
Who,
Do you
Yeah, I
have
thought
that?
Raph has it.
I believe I
Oh.
am wearing a ring of feather falling. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then never mind. I was just trying to stop you from
That was
crashing.
cool though.
It is sweet though, but luckily you guys are pimped out with all kinds of shit.
Alright, cool. If I don't have to use a spell slot, I'm not gonna argue. Like, we're good.
So I'm gonna
Also, I
go.
also have hollow bones, so you know, like I can take a fall.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Does that mean
say.
that they break easier?
Do I
It
have
does,
to go
yeah.
that far away? I don't know if that's necessary.
Sorry, that's what it says. 60 feet away. You got flung 60 feet in the air, but
Jesus
you.
fuck.
Hey,
Oh, you're no longer grappled though.
He says sorry, that's what it says, but in my
Never
heart,
mind.
I heard sorry, that's what I wrote down.
I'm wearing my cloak of manta ray, so I put up.
Sorry,
the
that's
hood.
just what I wrote down here.
I don't make the rules, I just think them up and write them down.
Oh shit! It says you're. I don't know what it says there. No, that's if if you hit a creature. He can also fling you at creatures.
Oh, so I didn't take that damage?
You did take the... Oh, no, you don't take the damage. I was just putting that up there to show you what it says. Show that the 60 feet was not what I wrote. I'm trying to
I was just fucking
defend myself from the slander.
I'm just fucking with you.
I love it. Okay. Yeah, so you got flinged. I love that shit. Oh, I need to add some turns to these motherfuckers. All right, and that makes it Raph's turn. You're not grappled, but you are slowly descending into the water, or you sort of just break the surface of the water when you start your turn.
I'm wearing my cloak of manta ray, so I just
Nice.
put up that hood. I put up that hood, and I should be good to go now, because now I have 60 feet of swim speed. Let's do this. Let's see how far away this is. Oh, look at that! Exactly 55 feet.
That's because he flung you 60 feet. So.
Oh yeah, right. He did. Yeah. No, Chris, I'm a mathematician. I hope you come on. Of course, I knew that.
I know. 60 minus 60 equals 0.
I know.
I know.
Yeah. I know. Math in society. It's important.
I have actual mathematicians in my classes that are like, what? That, okay. If you say so. 60 minus 60 is 0.
So if I'm looking around, right? I'm looking around in underwater.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
What am I seeing anything?
Yeah, on this side, there are 2 tentacles. You can see the 2 tentacles coming out of this side of the water that are grappling the ship, basically. And down below, you can see a couple more tentacles that are like on their way up to kind of wrap the ship around. And you can see underneath a big, kind of ugly octopus maw beak. It's got a beak in it, and it's got, extra fangs and shit just to make it look Sarlacc pity, but it's under the water, and it's looks like it's trying to pull the ship down into its mouth.
Is it farther down than, like, how much movement do you think I would need to get towards that maw?
Like, how close do you want to be? You're probably about 90-ish
going
feet.
Closer to the maw.
You're about 90 feet away, I would say, right now.
90 feet away. Okay, let me check something real quick.
And you'd have to
Just
kind of
throw a bomb
swim
in its
down
mouth.
a little bit.
Throw a bomb in its mouth.
I don't have any bombs. I should
Throw
have.
the lightning sack from the dragon in its
I
mouth.
don't-
Go jump in its mouth.
Whoa!
I love it
No,
because I literally told you guys
immune
it's
to-
immune to
Immune
lightning.
to
Everybody
lightning?
rubbed
Yeah, I know, that's why I
Oh my
said
God, he made fun of us for that, and
Yeah.
we did it anyway.
Yeah, I love it.
it.
It was literally our next thing that we decided to do.
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright. Okay. So I don't care. I'm just gonna shoot 3 scorching rays directly into its maw.
Fucking A, I love it.
Because I have 120 feet of space on that. So I'm gonna go through 1. I'm gonna go 2. And I'm gonna go 3 directly into the maw.
Did you just shoot fire underwater?
It's magic fire.
It's magic fire. We did that against the dragon too, and it's A-okay.
I'm assuming only one of those hits.
According to Ra, there's nothing in the spell that says shooting it underwater doesn't work. So, if a rules lawyer showed up, although 5e fucking is so vague. The first one is a hit. The other 2 is unfortunately misses. But
Maybe if this was a magic ocean.
That sucks.
I will do
Okay,
that
so-
damage directly to its face instead of to its tentacles.
And then I will just move to up until right here. I'm not
Okay,
gonna move.
and you can climb up right around there anyways. That's where the
Okay, cool.
the ladder is.
All right, and then that's my turn. And then you know what? Why not? My ornithopter will take a shot at this guy.
Okay.
Why is the thopter just peeling it off the bone?
It's
what
just
the
like, fucking A, man. I'm a robot.
All right, good.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. I'm going to skip the pirates again because you guys are doing fine. This tentacle. Oh. So this tentacle is going to spend its time its round just wrapping itself around this mast, and you hear crack, crack, and the mast just gets kind of splintered off and breaks off and falls down. I feel like a bunch of debris comes falling down. So
I don't have any shorts.
everyone, yeah, pretty much
What's up?
everyone. Let's make a circle so that we can. This is the mast. Yeah, let's say like that. So if you're in that region, I want you to make a dexterity 15 saving throw.
Would that be an AoE?
Yes, this would your evasion will count on this.
Neat.
Actually, no, this one will not give you half damage. Yours only applies when it
Is
gives
this
you.
saver suck?
Yeah, this one's just gonna be hit or don't. This is like dodging falling debris.
Okay.
In any case, you succeeded. Dresdis failed, so I'm gonna say you take some damage. 9 damage from some falling and splintering wood. Lucius, I want you to also make a save, even though you're in the air. You'll get advantage.
He said dex save, right?
Yep.
Where's my carrot? There it is. Nope.
Okay, that's a save from old buddy.
Good job, Grix.
There's Shakir's dexterity
Oh.
finally coming out. So we'll do on Lucius, also
Ouch.
9, and on Shakir 4. Okay. Crack, brack, and that mass is destroyed. Winter. The ships come to a stop, and Winter's like, "What the fuck?" And what has she got to do? Nothing but throw some throwing stars at that tentacle. Throwing star damage. All right. Okay, that was Winter. Captain Jemeni. Get rid of that AoE thing. Captain Jemeni's gonna come run and do some cool acrobatics, diving between the lion and the elephant there. And what has she got? Oh, she's gonna shoot off her musket as she goes. That's a hit as well. All right. Who's after? Dresdis, finally back to a PC.
Cry. I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, after you cry.
Take a couple steps closer to this motherfucker,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm gonna start hacking and slashing here with the good old Siddiqui.
Alrighty. Siddiqui's on.
I'm gonna action search.
So
This
you
guy's
do
gotta
have
go.
divine favor on, so I should be adding that, right?
Yes.
Okay. You chop this guy up, and he, after breaking that mask, retreats back under the water. Blah.
Okay. Then I will take in 2 steps, so 3, and that's it. Go ahead and
That's it.
stand up.
All right.
I'm gonna take the bonus action and fucking flip up my hood.
Nice. All right. Grix the Giggler. What you gonna do, bro? 2-hand attack. 2 weapons. Miss. Yeah, that's how I play. Kraken's turn. Oh no. Has anyone been counting how many tentacles there have been?
A lot.
Yeah, so
That's
far
fine.
quite a few.
I'm the only
I
mathematician
think
here,
only
right?
2, right? There's only been 2 that's gone down.
3 have gone down.
Three if you count
3?
the math. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
3 have gone down.
So, yeah,
Okay.
a lot.
All right. So on this turn, we're gonna say a couple more pirates get attached, and we'll just fling them because I don't want to have to. Woo! We're
Fling
flying
him into the ocean.
Yeah, woo!
We're gonna have to buy a new pirate.
And a new ship. Okay, Xerxes, my boy. Where are you, bro? He's like, I got this. He actually runs up towards this one, and he lays it down on that one. Wow, smackdown.
You know, he's doing pretty good. I'm happy with him.
He's like, for Koloth, as he charges. Shakir, what's he's kind of mixed bag. Still can't hit. Motherfuck. Landry, he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And these guys are like, not right now, you won't. And then this tentacle. Which tentacle is this? Ooh, this one with Bernatan. Oh, this one's on fire too. So this one takes 1d10 damage. Let me roll up and find that. Where was that? Where was the fire elemental? Oh wow, I can't find that. You want to roll 10 for me? Oh, I found it. It's 9 damage, which is good because that's a lot of damage. Boom. Okay. So that was the start of its turn. It's on fire, and it's going to make its attacks. It's going to attack Raph, who just got back. This would be fun if I get to fling you again. So we'll attack Raph.
Come on, man.
No. Oh, he misses.
No.
Okay. He will attack Geo. Ooh, yeah. And he'll attack this pirate because he doesn't want to attack Bernatan. He's smart enough. Yeah. Boom. All right. Yeah. You ready to get flinged?
Oh gosh.
Doesn't matter because you're getting flinged whether you're ready or not.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we'll say you're a little bit out like that. And this guy ends up sploosh. But yeah. You can take, let me drop that fling down again. Unless you have some way to stop yourself, you can take 3 damage.
That's 3.
All right.
Ouch.
Oh, there's another tentacle. Oh, this one's gonna crack the other mast. No one's around there, so I'll just pretend that some of these guys die. Oh, I died. I got crushed. Me too. Oh, I hate it. That's what he said when he died. I hate dying. This is the worst. 0 stars. Geo, you're up. You got flung in the water. You just landed in the water. You took a little bit of damage as your face skidded. And you wake up. Or you look up with salt in your eyes.
Let me double check the... So my Ring of the Dolphin lasts for an hour. What I'm assuming, I didn't write anything specific about how often I can use it, so I'm assuming that might be like a once a day thing.
I think it's just a clippity-cloppity, flippity-floppity.
I think you just have to say the cool words,
Yeah,
man.
dude, just,
Alright.
Flippity-cloppity. We know we all want you to say them, so.
Alright. He like brings to Ring. He's like kind of treading water. He's like clippity cloppity. And he closes his eyes for a second and he's like, I really have to say this. Clippity floppity. And then he's bringing to.
I don't know why he's so mad. He's the one who came up with it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not actually.
Jeremy's happy, but Geo is embarrassed.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'll say clippity cloppity, flippity floppity all day. So I swim back to the boat, and I like to scale back up.
What's your swim speed on the dolphin again? 60?
I do not know, but I believe it is. I'm gonna assume it's 60. Jeez,
So here's what I want you to do. Make an acrobatics check, and you can launch yourself out the water because you're a dolphin after all, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can change back to your geoform as you land. Or you can just land on the deck and be like flop, 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 and then change back if you want.
That would be funny.
It's just
can
cooler.
I use
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, use the dolphin.
Of the dolphin for the acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay. That means I get +1 instead of -1. Long story short. So I will do that, and I'll have to do a roll like this.
Oh, you didn't smash into the side of the boat. Good job. You totally clear it, and with that kind of
That's
acrobatics, you like transform into Geo midway, and you do like a little somersault out, and there you go. You're on the deck.
That's awesome.
Never be embarrassed about clippity cloppity flippity floppity again.
Never again.
Or else.
Or there's consequences. That's all. I think that's all I can really do.
Yeah, because you turned into a dolphin. That probably takes your action.
But Bernatan wants to give the.
There we go.
The Kraken a hug. Time for.
Bernatan is just misunderstood. Just likes hugs.
Got a lot of love in him.
Yeah. It's just, why won't anyone hug me?
Anyone love me?
Damn,
Exactly.
Bernatan.
It's
Is
just
it
called
2d6
touch.
now? That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, back into the water.
It does. Oh, it does do 2d6. Nice. So the top. Whoa, wow. So that was just really lucky damage, I guess, because I think Bernatan did do 28 damage. Technically, with his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Nice.
melted that. Captain Locke, you're up.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna attack this dude right next to me.
All right.
Did that hit him? Did that kill him?
Like, which dude was the guy that's right next to
You
you?
one-shot him.
Moon Drinker, that's a hit. That's a hit. Let me see.
Oh, hang on. I also want to cut off part of it. Like when I'm coming down, like cut off the tip of the tentacle.
Okay. So we can say you can try and hack another tentacle. There was kind of one that you chopped off earlier. I said narratively that was flipping on the deck over there. You're not so sure if it hasn't flipped its way off, but you can make an attempt, and I'll say that's definitely successful at chopping another tentacle off. Here I'm talking about little mini tentacles, not the whole big tentacle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got like weird hand tentacles.
Yeah, exactly. And you chopped it off, but you haven't finished it off. This tentacle, that is.
Fair.
Yeah,
I'll use my
I'll do
bonus
it for you.
action to fucking. Oh. No known item with ID on that actor. That's weird. It should be.
Deleted.
Huh. Where did that go? Well, I was gonna make a bonus attack. I guess I'll just manually do it.
Manual.
Oh. I'm dumb. I'm super dumb.
You're still dumb. Yep.
Yep, giga dumb.
Slash R.
11 doesn't hit. Okay.
But you add what? This is you have to add your attack bonus and stuff, right?
Not on offhand attacks. Not unless I had dual weapon fighting. I do need to add 1 to that because it's an enchanted weapon, but it's not gonna hit. So.
Okie dokes.
When you
Then
bonus, yeah, when you do an offhand attack, you don't get to add your proficiency and shit unless you have dual weapon fighting.
I see. Okay. So that's a miss. Okay. Oops. Woo. It doesn't move around. Lucy. Lucy,
Yep.
baby. So,
Do
I'll
I
say
see Locke cut off a piece? I assume.
you've got, yeah, there's 2 tentacles. You'll notice that the other one that's cut off is like trying to like get over the side of the boat up at the top there, but Locke has just cut a piece off and is sitting at the foot of Shakir.
Okay, I'm going to free action yell again.
Yeah.
500 gold to the captain! That's what I'm talking about! Grab the other Wiggler, it's getting off the boat!
I'm
So
glad
this
you
is not-
knew what I
This
wanted.
not seem like a conflict of interest to give it the money to the captain.
The captain earned it!
I mean,
What's
it
up,
seems, very well.
I did the
As the
job.
quartermaster, it seems I should step in, but I am more comfortable with it.
For real?
Love it.
I did the job.
Oh,
That's
and then
true.
I'm gonna... I'll take care of it. I'll, just gonna hit this guy. Twice.
Which guy?
The... Hold on, sorry.
This guy?
Dude, I just have so much shit going on here. There. And I'll fix Amazon. Yeah, the guy above me. Sorry.
Okay. No worries. Eldritch Blast with a 15, dealing 14 damage. Whew, is enough.
Oh,
Send
sick.
that guy under. Okay. So it's now the Kraken's turn. That was really, really clutch. Because on this turn, having destroyed your 2 masts, the Kraken's plan was to lift the remaining ship up into the air and crush it with its 4 tentacles. But it's only got 3 tentacles left, which means it's not able to lift the ship. You guys can feel it as it tries to lift the ship up into the air.
Holy shit. Okay.
But it loses its grip. The ship falls back down to the ground of the water. Again, everybody can do their DC 15 check or get knocked prone. Unless you're in the air already.
Dexterity, right? Oh no, am I already? No, I'm not.
Drezis falls prone again.
Damn it.
I love dexterity saving throws.
Super fun, aren't they?
Amazing.
Oh,
At least you're all just falling prone and not getting fireballed over and over again.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a solace, yeah.
All right, that's the end of the Kraken special turn, so it is Raph's turn.
Okay, here we go. Alright, let me see here. I can't move, right?
Oh no, you're no longer grappled.
I failed that last check.
Oh, you're prone, so that means you have to spend half your movement to stand up,
Okay.
but you can move.
Okay, I'll do that then. So I get 15 feet.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Oh no, that's a no, 15.
That's jumping into the belly.
Yeah. And then I will actually I'll stay back to where I was. And I'll just take a shot at this guy.
Okay. Success. And another one.
Ugh. Okay. Alright.
Yeah. All right. And then
Bonus
Ornithopter.
action for the Thopty. He's gonna come just about there. And he is going to make a shot. Boom.
Also hit. All right.
And that's it.
These pirates, on the instruction of Lucius, run and try and grab the other tentacle that's wiggling its way off, and they're like, They don't like it, but they grab it and they throw it down into the hold.
Grab it and throw it in the hold.
They would throw it down below there, so it's, and then they're like, ah, I touched it. Gross.
I can see that being super gross.
Winter. Winter is, yeah, she's gonna just step up and pull out her tonfa, because I decided she has to be a monk, because when Andrew made her he gave her some tonfas, so I gave her some tonfas.
I think that was crowdsourced. I think I crowdsourced the tonfas.
Well, whatever it was, it worked out great because it helped me add variety to our followers. So she's. Why did I give her 2 tonfas when I just have to roll it twice? Who cares? She rolls. Oh, she's a monk. So what does that mean? When you make your flurry of blows, then you can make another blow?
It's 2.
But then you can use your bonus action to make a second one?
No.
A third one?
No, isn't it a key point on a successful hit or a successful attack to make 2 attacks after that? But with your hands instead of your weapons?
Yeah, but I'm just breaking all the rules because I didn't put an unarmed strike in for her.
Fair.
Because and it does the same damage anyways. Okay, so she attacked that tentacle. She went like blah 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 blah. Captain Jemeni, she's like got her musket out. She stands here, lines up an attack, shoots another one. Doom, Captain Jemeni. That's a hit. Shooting the tentacle on the mast. And then Dresdis.
Dresdis is gonna get up, debating on which way to go, and then I think I'm gonna take a. Oh God, what did I put my fucking keyboard? Take a 3 steps. Oh, my keyboard's not working.
Anticlimactic.
What the fuck? I'll do it with my mouse. I was having this problem yesterday too. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to lob some fucking hammers at this one.
All right. What's the distance on your hammers?
That is a fantastic question. I want to say it's 2040.
How about this? I'll measure how far away you are. I think you can take one more step.
It's 2060.
All right, then you're in disadvantage range, but you can definitely still hit it. That's a miss, and that's a hit.
Ba-boom!
Boom. All right. Grix. He's like, yeah, we fucking got that guy, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
We're having takoyaki tonight.
He pulls out his short bow, and it's like, oh, I should have been shooting arrows all along. Oh, damn, I definitely should have shot arrows all along. And then it's the Kraken's turn. No one's grappled at the moment, but this one's going to attack 2 of our NPCs. And a pirate. So that's Winter. Oh, Winter, what's your AC? 16, haha. And then Xerxes, what's your AC, Xerxes? Oh, also a miss. And then a critical miss on the pirate. Wow, terrible. Kraken is feeling defeated. And yeah, that was its turn. So we got Xerxes. Where's my bad boy Xerx at? Oh, he's up here. Good. He needs to get a halberd attack on. Skadoosh, that's a hit. 11 damage. Very solid work from Xerxes this battle. Shakir, not so much. Shakir, what you gonna do? He's like, well, I got a javelin. I could throw that. Let's see what happens when I throw that. Oh, shit. 10 damage. That's enough, I think, to knock this tentacle into the water. into the water. And then we get to Geo's turn.
All right. I think we're due for some. Oh, you know what? I need to start using sorcery points.
That's what they're there for.
I'm going to use. I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to use another magic missile, but I'm going to use. Oh, it's only a D4 though. Probably not worth. That's why I'm not doing that. I'm gonna use my missile on this one right here.
Okay.
Trying to run it out of town. And then I'll just click them fresh if you don't mind.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
That's some solid damage.
Shling, shling, shling.
All right,
And
damage dealt.
And then that's it for. And then Gio's gonna move here just to be careful.
So you're gonna jump down. That's jumping down into the ship.
Oh, whoops! Oh, you were so right. No, I'm staying on the deck. Might be. And then on Bernatan's turn. Now, does Bernatan technically, on the technicals, let me just make the fire form public. Creature that. Unless I wasn't supposed to do that.
No, that's fine.
So it burns the thing, but does it ignite? I don't think it necessarily ignites things because there's a lot of, I suspect there's places with like gunpowder.
Yeah, you don't want him to walk on the gunpowder.
Okay. Oh, he's got 50 feet though, so he'll go. He'll go 1, 2. Got that spot.
Geo, keep that flaming monstrosity away from Mia cannons. You're so dangerous.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. 1.
The earth one I can work with, the water one I can work with, but the fire one seems dangerous.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think what Bernatan can do is that if he can squeeze himself, can he arbitrarily like make himself thinner, or is that only if he's moving through something in that restricted space condenses him, and it's not necessarily that Bernatan's choosing to be in a smaller form. It's just that the container he's in forces him into that. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think he can just squash himself down to a very small size or whatever. He's like on fire, right?
Dang it, yeah. Bernatan, use minimize. No minimize. Alright.
You don't have enough badges to teach him minimize.
You got the reckless fireball spamming badge. This is a conundrum. I don't know. Does it take a turn to change his form, perhaps?
Yeah, it'll take you your bonus action or whatever to change him into something else. But changing him into Wettatam might be helpful since the area around him is now on fire. And at some point you're gonna have to put it out.
Yeah, I'd like to help with that by changing him to Wettatam. So if that takes a full turn, I think that's more than fair, to be fair.
Yeah, that'll take.
I will. I'll change him out then. Wettatam, return. Go Wettatam. What turn? All right.
All right, Captain Locke.
That's it.
What?
These sprites are awesome. Be right back.
I'm gonna yell out. Geo, Raph, Can we get the engine started?
I will do my best, mia capitan. I will head down there now.
Oh, thank you. And then I'll do a bonus
I'll
action.
help.
I'll do a bonus action. I hope you'll help. We need you to power it.
Yeah.
And then I'll
That's a
bonus
great
action
point.
dash over here. Yeah, dude.
You are the engines, Jeremy.
Yeah, I hope. I'll bonus action and dash over here, and then I'll swing with Moondrinker.
And that's a hit, but yeah, sneak attack, boom, dead. Okay, this time
That was
pulled out.
4 6s.
That's tight.
That was all 6s.
It's cheating right there. Lucius
Oh.
McPherson.
Oh, still
Yeah,
has a magic engine, right?
I guess I'll just.
That's why I
shoot
yelled
this
at
one
them
then.
to please start the magic engine so we can get the fuck out of here.
Got you.
Oh wow.
Oh, crap.
Solid. Okay, 2 hits.
Activate Eldritch Smite.
Alright, so it's the Kraken's turn. The Kraken, I'm like, oh wait, I should have used all these cool powers that I had. No, I didn't use the same Kraken as the monster manual. But this Kraken is deciding to cut its losses and be like, do I really want to die here this day against this ship of pirates? So he retreats his other tentacle under the water. For the record, you dealt almost the full hit points amount of damage that the Kraken had, which was 472.
Damn.
You all did about 400 is my guess.
You're telling me I gotta jump in there and finish the deal.
You can swim at clippity cloppity, flippity floppity. You can chase after it if you want. But yeah, it retreats, and you guys are left with a broken and battered ship, but not completely destroyed. And while the engines are still fully functional, the engines don't work without sails. All the engines do is make wind.
Fair.
So the engines make wind, and at the moment, you have no sails. So you guys are dead in the water.
We
Float-
are becalmed.
Floating in the middle of, just outside the Isle of Ixtal. You are sort of floating. And at least for this day, you're left to your own devices on the ship. So, yeah, what do you want to do now that, right at the end of the battle, the Kraken, swims away, leaving you kind of beaten and broken on the ocean?
Well, would our mast float? Is there any way we could string up, make a rudimentary repair to get some fucking cloth in the sky?
I am sure there is something I could do to make that happen.
That's certainly one possibility. Getting the remaining pirates. I flung a bunch of pirates. They're all
Yeah.
pretty much dead, but you have remaining pirates here.
Well, maybe if we all stand on each other's shoulders, we could make a triangle, and we all hold our shirts out.
I love this strategy.
Well, what about Weta Tank? Can he push us?
Probably,
don't know.
at least a little bit.
Maybe I can ask Kawa.
I think we shouldn't even try it. The water is kind of dangerous.
Then where
I mean-
we gonna go then?
I think
We gotta do something.
I think our best bet is to have Raphael try and work on it.
Yeah.
I can repair.
And I can fly and go up there and take his advice and start working on repairs.
Yeah, so the engine is still functioning. We just need to have the sails, right? That's what we're dealing with.
I mean, maybe even smaller sails of the sails that we have left over, just stitched together.
Okay,
Just
hold on.
anything,
Let
yeah.
me see what I got. I got
Anything
some
we didn't do.
I got some stuff. Hold on, let me see. The stuff I've got. Okay, okay, okay. Now, what I have is a scroll. No, I don't know if this would help. Okay, Chris, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be kind of crazy. But I can ritual cast web.
Okay.
Okay. So what if I just make a bunch of webs and then use my right tools of the job to like figure out the tools to process that into silk? Do you think that's going to take too long?
Well, it's magical web, and the web is going to disappear at the end of the duration of the spell.
Yeah, you're right. It's only an hour long. You're right. Yeah.
All right. How about we have Granichan go get in the water and push the ship?
How about we do this? Raph, make a investigation check to determine what kind of repairs need to be done and what maybe can be done. And if other people want to help, anyone want to be a supporter on Raph's?
I'll assist. I know a lot about ships.
Okay, so the masts themselves.
Let me know if it's a really low roll too, because I can add stuff to it.
You did a pretty good job on here. You feel like
Okay.
you did a
Cool.
good investigation. The masts themselves are completely destroyed, and to get the same kind of sailing power that you would want, that back to full sailing power, you will need to replace the full masts. Best place to do that is going to be at a dock somewhere where there is a shipyard that can do that for you. But you're both knowledgeable enough about the engineering that if you were able to maybe beach the ship somewhere and cut down a tree, the right kind of tree, you and the pirates might be able to work up a working mast with some time. The masts that have been scattered into the ocean are not workable
Yeah,
for,
not
for,
salvageable.
for that purpose. But
Right.
you might be able to salvage the largest piece of mast that's out there. You might be able to rig up to get some kind, like it sounded like you guys were talking about partial, just anything, right? Like anything that we
Yeah,
can
we just need movement.
Yeah,
blow
scraps, yeah.
blow some wind into. And you suspect such repairs are possible if you could salvage that big chunk of mast which is currently just floating off the port side of your ship. And then you would need to make new sails, but there are like rags of sails still floating in the water that could be gathered. Also, you do have cloth on board, like hammocks and blankets and other things that you could probably
Yeah.
use to do that. And
So let's start stitching that shit together. Yeah.
okay, between the two of you, you determine that most important is gathering the shit that's floating out about. And we'll say that maybe you assign some pirates to do that. Tell them to get out into some of the rowboats that aren't destroyed and try and gather that up. And then,
I can get in there with my cloak of manta ray and kind of get some stuff too.
oh yeah, all of you guys have some powers to maybe help out with that. And then it's going to take a little bit of time to actually do the repairs, probably several days at least, to get those underway. But that's certainly one option available for you to try and get the boat going again. Anyone have other ideas or other questions?
Are there any islands nearby for us to go to?
I mean, the one where the goblins hit us.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Let me.
We can just go up to
let's just-
Friarport,
yeah,
can't we?
or no, literally, we don't even need a port. We can just go beach it somewhere.
You guys are probably like right here right now. So
So you
yeah,
wanna
you
just-
could beach and try and do it yourself. You could go to Freyerport, and that's like a good place to actually get that. Freyerport is a Gorman Gurney port, and Gorman Gurney are definitely well known for their engineering prowess. You definitely could find a ship right there that would probably fix you. So that's a good option.
So
How many days will it take us to get
I
there?
was gonna say, yeah, how reasonable is it for us to get there with our?
Well, at the
little
moment
wedge sail?
you're dead in the water. So rigging up like a partial uh, the other possibility that I would say is, see, you're kind of close to that shipping line. I wanted to see how close you are. If you could get out there or get signal out there, you might be able to find a ship, and the ship could, attempt to tow you or offer you some help in some other
Right.
way if you got lucky. So that seems like another option. There's other options. You could just abandon the ship. You could call some of your buddies if you can. You could
Definitely
just
not
fly
abandoning
away
the
if you're Lucius. You could just fly away.
Coward.
He hasn't even decided to do it. So we gotta just jerry rig something to get us south, jerry rig something better at the beach down there, and then go to a proper fixing. That's what it sounds like we gotta do.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, step 1 is just get anything to get us moving.
Yeah.
Step 2, go down to the beach and try and get a proper mast put up. Okay. All right. So, let me just check my notes here. All right, so we'll say that this afternoon you finish off gathering what you can from the ocean. You've got this sort of like half mast that's splintered and broken on the deck, and the next thing you're going to need to do that is probably cut the broken parts off so that you have something that you can work with, and it's that's something you could probably do in the next couple days, as well as assign pirates to start sewing a new partial sail. You also have the very foremast is not broken, the one that's on the bow, but it's a small mast that's usually meant for.
It's a jib sail.
I don't know anything about what I'm talking about, but it's for driving. But
It's a jib sail.
you could
That
pull.
sounded confident, so let's call it a jib sail.
Sure, we can pull that jib sail down and turn that into a sail as well. So but it's probably going to take about a week for you to sew that together, and then we'll see how well you can rig up the mast itself. So. Anyone have anything else they might want to do during the downtime of this week while the pirates are sewing and a few of you are trying to get this mast rigged up?
I guess I just have to help with the mast since I can fly.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're all just gonna pitch in. I'll dive in and carry shit and lift shit up.
'Cause if not,
Okay.
I would try to train with shields.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna ignore our daily training.
Well, the feat stuff I'm going to do after we have some downtime. I'm just going to say you guys learn a feat. So things I'm thinking of might have to do with the tentacles.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. That's for sure.
Okay, well,
I'm
you
gonna
think
need
there's
to-
a little bit of urgency on that.
Oh, do I?
Well, you're trying to extract living divine energy, not dead negative energy.
then I take it down to the lab immediately after giving the 500 gold pieces
Okay.
To me,
to the one pirate who dropped it into the hold, and the other one to the captain.
I like to think. I like to think that Lucius knew what he was doing when he made an offer of money because he knows how motivated I am by money. I immediately was like, I'm getting that money.
All right.
I want it.
Okay, so
Thank you. I just want to RP it out. When Lucius hands me the money, thank you, Lucius. I'll appreciate this.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're the captain. You can have it whenever you want, but yeah, it's group morale.
Nah,
Looks
it's
good
better.
for the troops.
It's better to earn it. It's good motivation.
Well, you definitely earned it then.
all right, and you walk up to the other pirate. Let's see which pirate it is. We have to decide on a few things. Which pirates got killed?
Oh man.
Rix.
No, Grix is alive. He literally.
All the main ones.
Also, Grix is the coolest one. We can't kill Grix.
Winter is my favorite.
Nice.
I mean, that's everybody's entitled to their wrong opinion here.
Whoa.
I feel like somebody's gonna be walking the plank soon, and since they can't fly, they're gonna drown in the ocean.
Oh, dude.
Dirt.
Completely uncalled for. That's so fucking funny.
Okay, so
I feel like it's really
That
funny.
was
Like
layered.
I wrote this like specific character flaw, and it's just everyone's just bullied me for it. The entire time.
Dude,
Like, everyone's just
absolutely.
relentlessly bullies Raphael's one insecurity.
I'm sorry, but Angler. Poor
Oh, no.
Angler.
Angler.
Angler the Kenku. He was up in the crow's nest when it came down. Poor guy. Oh, rough, bro.
He died the way he lived.
The crow's nest.
In the crow's nest. Oh no, Blinken Chain Crusher, not you, bro. Oh, Blinken.
At his funeral, Raphael says, "You die. You are born to the nest, and you are dying to the nest."
Nest to nest. Slinkin is truly crushed because his brother Blinken is now dead.
We gotta workshop these names.
And
I'm pretty sure I came up with those ones. That's fucking stupid.
Argos Kazamakis. Oh my god, Argos, no, bro, Argos, also dead. Oh no, we have a random dwarf who's dead. Anyone wanna name him because he's dead now?
Uncle Derby.
Uncle Derby.
Uncle Derby.
Dead Derby.
Poor dead Uncle Derby.
We called him that before he died too. It was really ironic.
That leaves us with 15 living pirates. There we go. Okay, so dead pirates. But it was Gerbil Wastewater who had actually dumped it in there, and he's really excited for the 500 gold. And he takes them under deck and painstakingly counts them out. He's not really good at numbers, so it takes him a really long time. All right. So, okay, we were going to go into the lab. You pull your two tentacles into the lab. Maybe I'll activate us back to the jewel in case we want to put our dudes around. You go into the lab, and yeah, what are you going to do with them?
Well, I'm gonna see if I can kind of do the same thing that I did with the negative energy, but hopefully, I don't know if I can use my same ring, but maybe use a different kind of ring to
So you had used your ring.
suck
You had upgraded
the
your
energy.
You and Raphael had upgraded your ring to also suck divine, but you need something to stick it in.
I have something to stick it in.
Okay. Then
I have 2 more vials of empty vials of the special glass
nice.
that I have.
And you have 2
and
tentacles.
then I have
So,
1.5 black ichor bottles.
All right, then you can set up your ritual to extract the divine energy.
I'm gonna cast alarm on the laboratory door as well as lock it tight.
All right, you're locked in there. Are you locking yourself in there with anyone else, or you're by yourself while you're doing this?
No, I figure Raphael is pretty busy repairing the ship, or at least overseeing repairing the ship, so I
Right.
won't ask him.
Okay, so
I'll ask Gio. See if he wants to come in and see what happens behind closed doors. Hey, Gio, Captain and very, very important deckhand got us some of that Illikraken, and I'm gonna see if I can get some of its juice out of it. You wanna come assist me?
You could use the help.
I definitely could use some help.
All right.
As it's like squiggling around.
yeah, it's like kind of creepy.
Alright.
But yeah, you know, normally one of these tentacles would definitely have been dead by now, stopping its like just nervous flickering. But you think that the divine energy is definitely keeping it alive. So there is some urgency to this, but you don't know how much urgency. Maybe they will stay alive and just try and wiggle their way back to the Kraken. But not wanting to risk that, you get started
we're
right away.
These babies.
And you get your first vial set up. You and Geo, put it in just some sort of laboratory stuff. You got some wires and stuff to hold it up so that it's aimed. You've got maybe like a little funnel device on there so that you can direct the positive energy in there a little bit easier.
I want to like drip the blood into like a sieve that like separates the holy energy from the normal blood.
All right, awesome. Okay, so you're gonna basically you've got all this machinery set up. It's got your little sieve device on there. It's got a it's got whatever you need, and you got it ready. Why don't you one or the other of you roll an Arcana for me? We're gonna give you advantage because you're working together.
Let's see.
Nice. I'd say Lucius rolls it.
Yeah, what's your Arcana?
With proficiency and my intelligence, I have +2.
Oh,
I have some.
I'll roll it. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Blind?
Yeah, blind it up.
Mm.
All right. So with the two of you, you've got your machinery. You think it's ready to go. There's sort of two tentacles. There's the bigger one and the smaller one. Which one do you want to try first?
Big one.
Big one. Okay, so you put the big one. It's kind of flippering around. What's your strategy?
I take a knife.
Yeah.
And then I take it as it's hung up. I stab it in the top, but I drag it all the way down to let the blood drain out of it into the siphon.
Okay, you do that, and you pull out your ring to focus.
Yeah, maybe it rolls like it like goes over the ring, so and then like it splits it because of the magic of the ring.
I love it.
Splits the magic off.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. So your ring is like a key component in the sieve device that you have got. So
yeah, I have to like take it off. And, like,
you're not actually wearing it right now. You're just sort of directing the flow. You've cut open the. So first you hook up the big one on the top there. And it's kind of flickering because it's trying to escape the hook. It can feel it in there. But you hold it down at the bottom, grab your knife and just cut it down. And as the blood comes out, it drains into the device that you've got. And you watch as this trickle of the blood itself looks like, kind of a deeper purplish blood. It's still a crimson, but it's got this purplish hue to it. But it also shimmers with its, it almost crackles. You can almost see like electricity running through it. But as it gets to that
Can I put some on my tongue?
If you'd like to.
Yeah. I'll take a little bit on my tongue.
Okay, you take like what, a little pinky bit?
A little bit. Yeah,
okay.
like a little pinky, like a hot sauce.
Okay. Okay.
This isn't
Yeah, Jim's just down there. Is this what you do down here?
This is fucking crazy.
Uh.
Okay,
I don't know, man. It looks good.
make a Constitution saving throw.
It was not good. Fuck. Did I fail? Because I can do something if I fail.
You did not fail. You feel for a moment in your mind the presence of the Illikraken. Its mind seems to be for a very brief second, so it's so brief that it doesn't interrupt your activity, but you get sort of pulled out of your mind into this dark space, which, you know, just because it's dark and you can't tell, you might think you're out in space, or you're nowhere or nothing, but you can tell that you are actually in the deepest, darkest depth of the ocean. It's so dark here because none of the light from the sun can reach this deep darkness, and you are staring right into a single eye of the Illikraken, and it seems to just be likewise staring right into your soul, and it's just a brief moment. There's
Stick my
almost.
tongue out.
All right. Okay. All right. You're brave, but then it disappears.
And then I'm gonna like just mentally note and kind of say out loud. All right, I'm gonna have to probably tell the captain about that one. That was weird, Geo. I think if we drink this blood, we can see where the Illikraken is.
What?
Or
Yep,
vice
I don't know.
versa.
Siphoned some of it off, so maybe the I don't know, the waste blood could be turned into some sort of vial of something. Illikraken site. I don't know.
That sounds useful.
Yeah, I don't want to get grabbed by that thing again.
You can see the blood running down the little groove you've set, and it's approaching the gem that you have in your ring. And this is the moment of truth. If everything you've got is set up properly, it does hit the gem, and the blood kind of runs around it, but coming as a beam out of the gem, a bright white, pure white beam of light. It shoots out from that gem into the vial, and you watch as the blood trickles through it draining pretty quick, and it starts to dwindle, and the last.
Can we still save that blood though? Can I have some
Sure.
another
It
device,
will have
not the special glass, but just
yeah,
regular
the
glass?
residue or whatever is going off into, we'll say, some other glassware you have.
Because mind linking with the Illikraken seems interesting.
But at the end, you have a full vial of divine juice, and you have a larger vial of Illikraken blood that seems to have been drained of its divine energy, and then you have still the smaller tentacle available.
Hey Geo, you want to try something?
What's that?
You want to see if this byproduct blood still links you with the Illikraken?
Say what?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, when it was all together, it links you with the Illikraken. But now that I've siphoned off the holy energy of it, I'm wondering if it still does that. Up to you, man. I took the first
can
hit,
try it.
so
Yeah, but now you made it. I feel like you made it more dangerous.
you know
Want
what?
me to just-
Let's talk to the captain first. How about we talk to the captain and the rest of them?
I feel like
I,
more
I,
dangerous?
I, good idea.
Yeah, how about that? I think
he's
that's
the captain at this point.
mind linking with the Illikraken probably sounds like a everybody involved kind of thing.
I also, I also don't know how this stuff will interact with my affinity for the Titans.
Yeah, you did just help me kill some of it. So, I don't know if it's like sacrilegious. It's not like a religion or anything.
What do you mean,
Because
the
if it is, I
Titans and
should
the
not
elements?
ask you to do this.
I just. What if we talk to the captain about this?
That sounds fantastic.
All right.
However, I am going to take this very important white file and go ahead and take care of it real quick.
Yeah.
You go tell the
You
captain.
take care of it.
I'll be right here.
Okay. Okay, I'll go talk to Lucius.
Thank you so much for helping out again, by the way. You go tell the captain what happened down here. Maybe he can come down and say hi, and I'm just going to figure some stuff out, all right?
Is this what usually goes on?
Sometimes it's zombies. Sometimes you got to siphon some blood. It's just whatever you got. You take what you can get.
Resourceful. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
talk to Lucius now.
Okay.
Let's. And then I guess I go to Lucius while
You
he's
mean
scooping
Locke?
up that. Oh gosh, yeah, Locke.
As Gio walks out, Raphael looks at him and says, "Oh dear God, what did he do to you down there?"
He somehow, because of the drinking the Kraken blood, he can see where the Kraken is.
Oh dear God, Gio, as your quartermaster and as your friend, I must insist from now on you do not go into his lab with him alone without my supervision.
He within
see.
30 feet of me.
Oh my gosh.
No, I thought you were staying back so you could do some stuff.
No, I know I am, but I could telepathy 30 feet.
Oh well, if Raphael caught me close enough to when I was walking out, then I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm just out there working on the sale, so yeah.
I'm just gonna, in your mind, you're gonna hear my voice again, Gio. It's just gonna say, when you tell the captain, just make it sound a little better than it was. Like we found something miraculous.
He's talking to you telepathically, isn't he, Gio? I can see it on your face.
That would explain what is happening then.
Don't listen to him.
Are you talking to Raphael up there right now?
I think he wants me to talk him up a little bit to the captain. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's doing such a great job.
We're just socially manipulating Gio.
There's a couple, military types that they would try to get you to say a good word or something that expedite promotion. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm just confused.
Capitan, I believe Gio has something to talk to you about.
Right, yeah. Alright, what are we talking about? I would like
I'm
to make it
just
known that not only am I drunk, but Locke is drunk right now.
Fair.
So I think you should go meet with Lucius and check out what he's got going on. Something about being able to detect Krakens.
In his
by using
workshop?
Kraken blood. Yeah, he can. I think he found a way to detect Krakens by using their blood.
Why do you guys involve me in this magic shit? I didn't even have the ability to use magic until we fought the dragon, and I don't even know how I do it. I don't know.
Fair, we're all just, I was just kind of a bystander to what Lucius is cooking up, and then now you can be a bystander.
I've been bystanding on me deck the whole time because I don't know what the fuck goes on down there. All I know is that my ship isn't sinking, and fuck. All right, okay, I'll go talk to him. Oh god, and then I go down there.
I'm gonna follow him into the workshop.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Hi, Captain. Love that you're here, Raph. Hello.
What's up, Lucius?
What have you done to Gio?
We haven't done anything to Gio. Gio's fine. I gave him an option to help. He helped a little. He didn't cut any of his gods. I did all that.
Let's just not give him any strange liquids to drink from now on, okay?
Well, he didn't drink any. I drank the blood.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
I'm out. Alright, I'm out. I just, open the door and start leaving.
Thank you, Captain.
It's all fine. If the ship isn't sinking and the Kraken doesn't know where we are, I don't give a fuck. I don't know about your weird shit you
Great.
do down here.
I am
Kraken
too
might
busy for
know where
this.
we're at. He did look at me, so we might know. I don't know. That's why I was seeing, like, I could mess with it, but it did look like he was staring at me.
All right, well, just don't do it again until we're out of the cove, please.
Is that blood right there in that tub? Nobody drink that.
Yeah,
Oh, I
feel
appreciate
like
the distinction.
Yeah.
How many tubs of blood that are drinkable do you have around? Why do you need to make such a distinction?
Go look in my crates over here in the corner.
You're telling me you have a drinkable
Several
pot of
piles
blood
of
here?
blood.
Just walks in and he's like, "Oh, hey, some Kool-Aid, sweet." Picks it up.
Wow.
put that down, please.
Good.
That's apparently the non-drinkable blood.
We don't drink this
To
blood.
the
Oh
other
shit, this is
yeah,
blood.
apparently is drinking that.
This is the Illikraken blood. We don't want to touch that.
Oh, okay.
Justice
then-
wants more curse with his
yeah.
curse. He's like,
Oh yeah.
Desperate to be
Hey,
cursed.
are you guys getting cursed out here? Don't leave me out. Come on, I want to be cursed.
Drinking curse juice, everybody. Let's do it.
Curse
Every morning we have to get with
Don't
the
worry
elephant
about
and
it,
ask him on a scale of 1 to 10 how cursed he is.
I forgot.
I forgot the 1 to 10 Dresden. All right, Dresden, 1 to 10.
1 to 10, how cursed are you today?
I think I'm at like 6 now.
Yeah,
That's pretty
okay.
bad. We're gonna have to fight a cleric at
Yeah.
the next city we go to. Maybe we can get you cleansed.
That's good.
But I am going to go ahead whenever we have some more downtime and start assembling my project that I've been working on down here.
Well, conveniently, you have a lot of downtime because you're stranded in the middle of the ocean.
Fantastic. I'm
with
gonna go
nothing
ahead
to
and make
do.
my philosopher's stone.
Okay, so you got one vial. What do you want to do with the other tentacle? Do you want to drain more, or do you want to drain the blood, or do you want to?
You know
You-
what? I want to drain just the blood and have it in a different tub.
Okay, and you can.
But no,
you-
not just the blood, but I want it all together, but I don't want to siphon it.
I don't know why you have to keep them in tubs. That feels like the worst possible way to keep
It's
blood
covered
around.
in saran wrap,
It's-
Andrew.
Just a tub, just a Tupperware container.
Oh God, it's just in a loose bag. He just pours
Just
the
a-
blood
just a
in a
loose
plastic
bag of blood.
I just toss
like
them on my
it's just
table.
like
It's
Canadian
like bag,
milk.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
like bagged milk,
Yeah.
but it's
Bagged
bagged
Bag
blood.
milk. It's a bag of blood. Okay, so mark down in your inventory. You've got 2, let's call them jugs of blood,
Jugs.
Yeah, jugs is better somehow.
and the first jug has been drained of its divine energy, and the second one has not. And you can visually see the difference between them because the one that has not still has like a crackle of kind of electricity in it, red electricity in the blood.
Cool. Okay.
And yeah, you can do more experiments on those. That definitely sounds like an alchemy kind of thing you could do with Raph as well. But yeah, you want to start building your Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, during downtime probably. Yep.
How about you give me a...
I might need to have a setup though, because like I don't think I probably have a setup right now ready for it.
Oh, you guys brought a bunch of crap into this lab to make it into a lab.
Yeah.
So it's probably been knocked around and some of your glassware got damaged and shit in the attack. But I'm going to say you're still... Most of your stuff is still there.
Okay. Cool.
But here's what I've got listed so far based on the design that you had in mind. So I want you to maybe flesh out your design a little bit. You want to make a teleportation stone, right?
Correct.
And how do you want it to function?
I want to split the power in half when it goes into the Philosopher's Stone
Mhm.
and use one piece of the stone and embed it in this pad and the other stone embed it in the locket that I carry, the genie's locket.
but mechanically or functionally, you want to then
Be able to use that locket on like, I don't know, a week, like a long rest or 2 long rests or 3 long rests or something. Being able to either group teleport our party back to the ship, but that's it. It can only go back to the ship. It can't be like going
Is,
anywhere you want. It's
is
just
that non-combat or
no, it can be in combat, but I assume it's going to be some sort of like ritual that I'd have to do that
yeah,
takes like 10 minutes to an hour.
right?
Right. So I can't. I'm not thinking I can do it in combat because that's kind of busted if we like have a get out of jail free card.
Okay,
But I'm thinking
let me
like,
worry about the busted side of things.
okay,
I want you because
I basically want like a Hearthstone. Like I want something where we go out and we adventure on an island and do a cool adventure or find something sweet or do a pirate adventure or a cool other thing, and then we are able to, instead of running all the way back home like we could just go, all right, guys, gather around the locket, and we're gonna teleport back to the ship and be on our merry way.
okay, so I think that's really cool, and I like that, and I would definitely approve that. But
Especially if we're like going down like a 6 level dungeon or something, like it'd be so much better if we could just be like, okay, we did it. We got to the undead lich boss. Let's go back to the ship immediately.
We fought the undead lich dwarf for the 3rd time.
So you want to
Yeah.
make you trying to make a magic escape rope from Pokemon?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
okay,
Hmm.
so
Yeah, that's what I want.
here's what I want to say is.
But I think you eventually get a teleportation at like level something. So I
Yeah,
don't
like
know if
pretty
that's-
much next level, you guys will have access to the spell Teleportation Circle.
Yeah.
I don't know who would get access. Maybe Geo or
Geo
you.
probably.
You might have access. I don't know, but you certainly will have access to that spell. And what that spell does is allow you to teleport to any circle that you know the special words for, right?
Right.
And you have a circle already in your ship, so
Yeah, we do.
so I guess what I'm saying is that power is awesome, but it seems like it's not enough. Like it seems like it's
No.
not powerful enough. Here's something. It's kind of boring, but it's a little bit more powerful. Is well, we could just embed the spell Teleportation Circle into the gem. In which case, you could just, whenever you wanted, cast Teleportation Circle within whatever balance parameters I want to come up with. But that would make it so that you could, at the end of a dungeon, still cast it and teleport back to here.
But then there would be a teleportation circle there, would there not?
No, what Teleportation Circle
In the
does
gem.
is it lets you transport to a circle. You don't have to be at a circle to do
It
it.
doesn't leave one behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. And the process of installing a teleportation circle is an expensive thing, but you got yours installed by is the second vizier of Rojit.
Right.
Hmm.
He did that as a free.
Is
Yeah,
he
he
the
did.
boy who is our homie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got homies.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like I like your idea of teleporting all of y'all.
People are
So
down with the crown.
to try and turn this into a more
Can I,
yeah.
instead of teleportation, can I just do something else then? Like, instead of abusing Geo, can I somehow morph the power in with Raph and Geo's water power to, like, somehow make it into fucking engine? So we no longer have to roll for wins and stuff?
Um, in principle, I want to say, yeah, let's make it open to make it whatever we want.
But I don't know,
Um,
really, you know? I
The
don't know what to do with the power, to be honest.
yeah,
with
we have put a lot of thought into this teleportation. It's like going right back to the drawing board means we're back to square zero, right?
you. I know.
What I was thinking is that by taking this teleportation idea and trying to make it cooler in some way, we might be able to like I want this is a philosopher's stone. It is like artifact level power,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
And
omni-powerful. Yeah.
and you have a couple artifacts already in your group. I can't believe you guys just have artifacts floating around in your group. But
That's insane.
I
wanted to do
think,
that.
you know, look at the level of art, the power I put on the Trident of Speed, right? That is an artifact, so it has a whole bunch of pimp ass shit. Here's something let me see if I can put this up. What am I looking for here? If you guys go under the items, the briefcase, can you see the jaunt charm?
Briefcase. Which items?
There. Now can you see it? Items is the briefcase tab. Trying to make
We had items, but there's 2 of them.
I can see the John Charm.
So the jaunt charm.
Don't see it. Am I spelling it wrong?
I think it just popped
Oh,
up. naturally,
sorry.
so if you-
Here, I'll just put I just made up this because one of my NPCs has this. So, John, this is like a regular magic item that exists in your world. And it can cast Misty Step, it can cast Dimension Door, and it can cast Teleport to a preset location.
Oh shit! So yeah,
once
this
per
thing needs
day.
to do way more than just teleport us somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this
Can
has
I
limitations.
have an
That turn Lucius Super Saiyan.
no, like maybe an anti magic shell around the
A
supercharged
big shield
cannons.
around the ship.
The thing about
Increase
the
the
teleportation power is is something active you're going to use,
Yeah, I will.
right? And you know, what you want to make here is something that you're going to have a reason to use. You won't just be using it all the time, so that there's a choice, right? Like, should we use this or not? Because that makes it an interesting item. If it's always on, it's boring.
Yeah.
So I kind of
It's a good insight.
I really think the teleportation idea is a good idea.
Okay.
Because, for instance, that last dungeon, you guys would have loved it if you could have just boop, we're out of
Teleported
here,
out after
right?
the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Okay,
definitely
so-
would have used it. So what I'm thinking is make it more powerful than just that. I don't know if I want to say you can cast the higher level spell teleport, but maybe. Higher level spell teleport doesn't need a circle as its target.
No, it doesn't. I can just teleport wherever, but it'd only be a single person.
But
Right.
again, these are the kinds of things that, like, it's an artifact. We're allowed to break the rules. So, you know, if the teleport spell says only one person, you could say, I was already thinking extending it to be anyone you want within 30 feet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'm looking at teleport right now.
As soon as they're willing
It's just
to.
like a
I don't want to.
whole party get out of free jail free card kind of.
And it would totally. I mean, once you created that, you would have all your transportation worries, whatever those might be, taken care of, right? Like,
Yeah.
whenever you guys want to go somewhere, you're just like, well, bloop.
Yeah, even teleport though is you and 8 willing creatures.
Yeah. I mean, it is a 7th level
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, it's a 7th level spell. And then there's teleportation circle. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to think of a teleportation thing that's a little bit cooler.
Things I'm just thinking like you can extend the range to be more people or whatever, right? Or we can just make it so the usages per day is, or like there is no limit on the usage, or there's a limit that makes it so you can pretty much use it whenever you want.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe give it secondary minor powers like Dimension Door and Misty Step. That's why I brought up the Jaunt Charm as an example,
Yeah.
right? Um, like maybe just having it means you can Misty Step whenever you want.
I mean, something like that to increase my spell power capabilities because let me look. Let me look through here.
Misty Step, I don't know if it super helps you
No, I wouldn't do Missy stuff. I'd do something else.
because you fly
But like being
already.
able to shoot a scorching ray, right, would be awesome.
But I would like
But
it on theme with teleport. That's the thing.
yeah, okay. I can find something like that.
Okay, and it will probably take you some time to craft it, but I feel like if you get a clear idea what you want it to be, we'll craft it. Like
What levels are our spells right now? What are we able to cast? Four,
at
five,
That's
next
what I was
level, you'll
asking.
be at 5th level.
fifth level spells.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a sixth level spell. Thinking like as I teleport, I can see other planes and ask for assistance from allies and bring them with me as I teleport. But I don't know. That's just thought thinking around now. I'll start doing that.
Okay. All right. So, okay, so we're going to. This all happened on the night of the Kraken fight. Um, so you've done your draining of the divine energy. So why don't we
Yes.
go to the next day and um, on this next day I want Dresdis again to make his Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
1 to 10, Dresses.
Oh, it's
Oh
Constitution.
gosh.
Put the
Um.
fucking trident away.
Boom. Damn it.
He determined that putting the trident away did not remove the curse this morning.
Just wasn't gonna tell them that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm telling you this right now that yeah, you have lost another D4 hit points, so you can roll another D4.
Damn it. Ooh.
Two more from your maximum hit points. So you're now at minus 19.
Yep. Oh God. It's doing a thing it did last time where it's compounding it.
Yeah, if you just put minus 19 in, it thinks it wants you to subtract 19 from it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you wake up the next morning, you ain't feeling good. Have you got the trident locked away?
So
That's
And do you
interesting.
tell anyone?
that it's murdering me. I think
Yeah.
One
they
through
all.
10.
I think they all notice that it's murdering me.
Well, that it's still murdering you?
Oh. Yeah. It seems to be still be murdering me, I guess.
Well then, I think we need to get you to a priest as fast as possible. How are the repairs coming, Raph? How we doing?
Hey, Chris, how are the repairs coming?
You have barely started them. You guys hauled the shit on board last day. It's gonna take you probably at least a week.
Capitan, with the current workforce I have here, I'm afraid the improvements, it will take almost a week.
All right. Well, let's. I'm gonna help out, and we're gonna try and speed that up. Let's. Yeah, this isn't good for him.
I don't see any reason if we, push everyone into double shifts why we can't do it in, say, 5 days.
Alright.
Okay, well, how about we do some crafting checks from our tinker who's in charge of the engineering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're going to be directing the work. So what were we doing for your crafting again?
We're doing sleight of hand, I believe.
Yeah, because those were dexterity based, but I think we're going to
Mhm.
switch it to intelligence. Or do you have?
Let me see what I have for intelligence. My dexterity's better. My intelligence I can do.
So
Oh no,
same
it's not. My
thing.
intelligence is better.
Do you have any intelligence skill that you're proficient in, like investigation?
History.
History, yeah, okay, so roll that as a proxy since it'll be the same number. Okay, so this day you succeed in directing the work properly. You've got most of the work that you're focused on today is taking the partial mass that you have recovered and making it so that it's serviceable by trimming off the ends and repairing any damage that you can to its structure. And today, you guys were successful at doing that. So, we'll go to the next day.
Everything is going to schedule, Capitan.
Alright, excellent. Let me know if you need anything.
All right, next day. Should
Next
I do another
day.
roll?
But we're going to do Dresdis first because this part's, more
Agreed,
urgent.
agreed.
Dresdis, roll your constitution save.
Boom.
Oh, I love those solid fours. All right, slowly but surely, dying. Okay, let's do another history check.
Okay, slowly but surely, dying.
All right, another good day of crafting. Today's day was focused on. Well, you guys have to make a decision. Do you want to put it on the rear mast or the foremast?
Foremast.
I have no idea which one would be better. Any vote?
Neither did I. I just said the first one.
All right, then you go to the foremast, and today's work was actually focused on removing the remainder of the mast that was in there so that you can put your new smaller fashion mast in top. And you were successful at that. So let's go to the next day. It's War Day, 4th day of Teradia. Let's do another round of Constitution saving throws and hit point loss for Dresdis the Dying. Dresdis the Dying. Hey, remember your friend Aslan the Undying? You can be Dresdis the Dying.
Hey!
Ooh!
Holy good one. What the shit?
I trash talked you today and then you made your save, so good job.
What I needed. It's what I needed, man.
That's right. Holding it together. All right. Today's work was focused on placing the new mast into the hole provided. There was a little bit of difficulty along the day, but you just had to unfortunately shorten the mast a little bit just to get it to fit in there, but otherwise still staying on target. Okay, one more day. 5th day of Teradia, Fire Day. Dresdis, are you going to be strong and constitute today?
We're gonna find out.
No! Ooh! Ooh, it takes a big hit.
Negative 25 right now, guys.
Oh shit, he's down at least a third of his life. Raphael.
Wait, are we not resting when this after?
It's
all
max
of
life.
these? Oh shit! Oh whoa! What?
Yeah, it's max life.
Oh, so it's fucking you right up. Okay.
Yeah. We're in 2nd edition curses. Yeah, all right. That's a solid day's work as well. You can see that your friend Dresdis is definitely putting on, brave faces and being strong despite what he's going through. You can see the spreading rot on his body, and you and the pirates are all invigorated to try and work as fast as you can to get this ship moving again. During this time,
Like, ooh.
actually, why don't we get a D100 from the captain?
What?
Oh shit.
Yeah, we
I
like
don't
this
like
shit.
that.
I
I
do.
don't like that.
Oh, hang on, I put a dot in instead of a slash because I'm not very bright.
Oh, you had to get a 96, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
Because that's how you roll.
Big numbers only.
All right, so let's see. Yes. Okay, so on this day, you guys are you have just fashioned your mast, and a couple of the pirates are up top. As part of the works, you had some ropes and stuff that you had tied to the top of the mast to get it up there, and so there were a couple up there untying the ropes, and one of them calls down because from that higher vantage point you can see further along the horizon, and the pirate up above there yells down, "Captain! Captain! Ships ahoy! Oh, I can just see their sails above the horizon."
Fuck. Alright, raise the Pedari flag.
Excuse me, Capitan?
Raise the Pedari flag.
on
Something-
what mast would you like me to raise this flag?
The jib mast.
Oh, is that still intact?
Yes.
Oh, of course, I have a fundamental understanding of the way the ship works. I was just testing you.
We all do. Okay, so you order your crew to raise up the Patari colors. You're able to watch as the sail. It doesn't look like the ship is heading in your direction. It seems to be sailing kind of east to west along. I mean, it's really hard. It's been hard for you guys drifting in the current over the last few days. You're not exactly sure where you are, but you think it's part of the normal shipping lane.
Maybe we could flag them down for a
I
tow.
was say, what do you guys think? Do we flag him down?
I
Yeah,
say
we
you
can-
have to.
We could pay them something to get us some help to get to the nearest port.
Can
I
I
say
try-
we.
Yeah,
Right.
can I put down my lenses to just check, make sure that they're safe? Like, can I do another further investigation?
Yeah, why don't you do a perception check with advantage because you got your spyglass.
While he does that, is there a dead pirate on the boat from the Illikraken?
Probably not anymore.
Was there one?
Uh,
If there
actually-
was, I would have mind resin him and filling up my half-empty Black Acre bottle.
I won't say there's one easily accessible, but if you want to spend some of your time going out into the water to find one
Nope.
of the floating bloated bodies.
Nope.
Okay.
I'll wait until we kill someone. It's fine. Please go on with Raphael.
Awesome. Okay, so Raph, you look through your spyglass. Oh yes, and you made your check. Okay, so let's see. Why don't you roll a D100 for me?
Okay. Wait, I've got a hotkey for that.
Okay, you can tell, not because you can see its colors, it's still too far away, but because of the shape of its hull, that it is a Gorman Gurney ship, and most Gorman Gurney ships down here are going to be trade vessels, but they're usually well armed for defense.
So, Raph, what do you see? Did we flag him down?
Yeah, can we pay him, you think?
I think they are common gurneys, so I do not think there is any reason why we should be afraid.
Didn't you have like a flare gun or something?
I can definitely do flares.
I can just shoot. We could just
Yeah,
shoot flares into
shoot
the
like
sky
an
with our
eldritch
hands.
blast. Yeah, let's just use our cantrips to just throw shit up in the air.
I'll just start shooting Eldritch blasts into the sky
Yeah.
to see if it flags them down.
Okay, anyone else adding to his fireworks display?
Can we prestidigitation a bunch of words?
That
Help us.
We are innocent civilians. Help us.
We're
That's
definitely not
that's
pirates.
really stretching prestidigitation, but with your Eldritch
8
Blast,
sentences long.
yeah,
What is prestidigitation for, if not for
Uh,
stretching it in ridiculously
yeah.
inappropriate settings?
exactly.
True.
I was thinking if the fireworks are exploding close enough to me, I can use control flames to potentially expand the light that they give off. Somehow embellish it, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm with you.
all right. So we put on a little laser light show, or light and sound show, I should say.
It's to Pink Floyd's The Wall.
And while you're doing that, Geo, you've noticed that, especially since you guys came back from the temple, that Landry's been hanging out with a lot of the pirates because basically they were babysitting him. They've been raising him for the last, however many weeks.
Yeah.
He's a pirate.
And
now.
he's definitely picking up piratey behaviors. He's kind of undisciplined and a little bit rowdy. And one thing that's been happening over, certainly since the last week, is he seems to be displaying more of his own Titan touched abilities. And maybe much to your dismay, he has learned Firebolt. You think he was taught it by his uncle or great uncle earlier, and he's been a little bit reckless with it, but so far no damage to the ship. But as you guys are firing off stuff, he starts firing firebolts up into the sky too, because he sees what you're doing and he thinks it's fun. So if you want, you
I
could
actively
definitely.
encourage Landry if I'm doing it with him. If I'm shooting Eldritch blasts.
All right, he's doing the same thing as you with the guns, because he knows you shoot it with the guns.
For the level one, though.
What's that?
About the cantrip fire or the level
You're
one
breaking
spell?
up, dude. We can't hear you.
He asked if
Oh,
it was
for
the
real?
cantrip or the level 1 spell.
Oh, okay.
Firebolt is cantrip.
Cantrip.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he's just shooting off a cantrip.
Okay, so Geo sees it. We'll go to Landry. Landry,
You cut out again,
it's
Jeremy.
not for celebration. How about now? How about now? Can
I hear you fine now.
Can you hear- Okay. If it gets a little gurgly, let me know. So Geo would go up to Landry and be like, Landry, like, no, that's not. It's fun, but you could catch the ship on fire. Let me get. Well,
It's like, oh, you're no fun, Papa.
Yeah.
You're no fun, Papa. And he runs around behind Lucius's leg, and then he shoots a couple more off into the sky.
Hey, doing good, Geo. Look at him. He's a natural.
I must, unfortunately, I agree with Lucius here. Your child seems to demonstrate some very impressive abilities.
How old are you, kid?
I'm 5.
5 and you can shoot a firebolt like the best of them.
Thank
No
you.
offense,
I can also do this. And he shoots a ray of frost, and he shoots it at
Oh, shit.
Geo's butt.
Oh, shit. Oh, look
Oh.
at that.
Oh!
Let me fire it off. Oh, he totally misses your butt,
Yeah, he
but he tried to shoot it at your butt. And now he thinks that's fun, and he starts chasing you around, Geo, and he starts trying to shoot you with a ray of frost in your butt. Yeah,
There's so many things
Preparing your
going
kid,
on
man.
here, you know.
Make a
like,
parenting save.
yeah, exactly. What's your
man.
parenting move here?
This roleplay is getting out of hand.
I'm going. Oh no, it'd be good. That is really like, the fireballs could really like. It could accidentally kill someone unless this.
Oh, it's just a ray of frost.
Oh, honestly, Gio, if anyone here is taken down by a single firebolt, they are going to die pretty quickly in any of our conflicts anyway, so it's kind of their fault.
Yeah, but what about the civilians we go to?
We just don't let the kid around the civilians. Pirates
Sticks,
only.
we just keep them on the boat.
Yeah, pirates only from now on.
We discipline him properly, you know. There's always that.
Well,
As my grandfather used to say, a child does not grow into a monster unless you allow it.
I'm gonna walk up to Landry and I'm gonna grab the back of his shirt. I'm gonna pick him up and be like, "Hey, boy, why aren't you scrubbing decks right now?" And I'm gonna look at the pirates who are like babysitting and be like, "Why ain't this boy scrubbing decks right now? Why are you not scrubbing decks right now?"
All right,
You heard the captain, boy.
make an intimidation check.
Wait, can I assist this intimidation check too? 'Cause
Sure.
I feel like this is.
You stand behind him and put your hands on your
well,
hips.
double 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He waves his finger. Solid. Yeah. You have no problem pulling rank on everyone involved. The pirates are like, "Sorry, Captain. Right away, Captain." One of them stumbles as he goes and rushes to grab the bucket of soapy water. And Landry stops shooting off his rays of frost. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do it. And then he gets down and starts getting to the chores that you had assigned them.
Just to be nitpicky, Chris, you scrub decks with salt water because it makes the wood swell so that it doesn't leak.
I'm not a sailor, okay?
I know. I said I was being nitpicky, Chris.
Yes, I'm just saying.
Well-
I'm gonna get it all wrong. In any case, the ship has been attracted by your fireballs and firebolts and eldritch blasts, and it changes its heading and it sails over to you. It doesn't get right up on you, but it's close enough that the captain can shout. You guys can shout from ship to ship, and he yells, "Oi! Do you need some help?"
Oh, yes, we do. We'd appreciate a tow to the nearest port. We could pay.
Aye. Well, we were on our way to Fort Dunwittle. It's not the nearest port. We could take you to Freeport, but it would delay our trip. How much are you willing to pay?
Well, hang on. How much money do we
Captain,
have?
Captain, tell him 250.
One sec, Lucius. Raph, how much money we got in the coffers?
We do have a significant amount of money, Amir Capitan.
All right.
Fairly certain we have tens of thousands.
We do
Right.
indeed.
I'm the banker. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Give him
I-
250.
All right. Well, our starting offer would be 250 to get us to Freeport. It's kind of urgent. One of ours is very sick. He needs to see the priest.
Oh, they. You see them talk about it. He talks with his mates and stuff. And he's like, "We can't do it for 250. We'd do it for 400."
300. I assume we're haggling now.
We're in the haggle period.
Yeah, we can afford 3. We could go up to 325 if we need to,
I
Captain.
mean, we could afford the 400.
I mean,
We can afford the 4, but it's about integrity here.
We could afford their entire ship.
We could afford 1,000. I mean, we could afford
10,000.
2,000.
We could kill all of them.
You could buy their ship.
Their
Right.
ship.
We are rubbing off on Raph.
Raphael, listen to you.
We could kill all of them. Alright, what's the other guy say, Chris?
What does who say? Or what did you offer him? You offer him back?
300. He said 400, right?
400, yeah.
I offer 300.
We need to tell him we need the money
Make a
to fix our ship. He can see it's in obvious disrepair.
make a persuasion.
Could I subtly cast a spell?
What
Can't
spell?
see you.
I would like to cast the cantrip Friends. It doesn't have a range. It just says directed at
Anyone
the
you
creature
can
of your
see.
choice that isn't hostile.
Pretty sure that when that wears off, they know.
Oh, you're right. It does become hostile after that. Never mind.
I mean, we can handle it.
No, that's fine. I'll just make the persuasion check.
Yep. All right. There's a heated discussion on the other deck. You can't hear it, but you can see it. But finally he comes back and he says, "Very well, 300." And they maneuver their boat a little bit closer to complete the deal. They wait until you give them 300 gold pieces.
Which we do, and somebody's subtract out of the party.
The
I'm already doing
banker.
it.
Mr. Banker, sir.
Yeah, I got it.
And then
How
They
Lucius
say-
became in charge of it, I'll never know.
I cemented myself as soon as we started getting lots of gold, and nobody said anything about it.
True.
God
Also, it
knows
makes
what kind
sense
of
for me to
crazy
let
shit.
the goblin fucking do money.
You remembered him doing that?
Anyway, what did they say, Chris?
they say, "All right, it's good doing business with you, and we'll have you to Freeport as soon as we can." And they hook you up on the back of the ship. Because that's how ships tow ships or something. I don't fucking know.
I have no idea about that.
Okay, there.
I have very niche ship knowledge.
Yeah,
But-
you I've actually watched tugboats.
Yeah, it's like a tugboat.
Still pulling it from the front.
It's just a
Yeah.
big long rope, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, a big powerful rope.
The ropes are like as thick as my arm. They're fucking thick as shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say it's gonna take us 5 days to get there. So
Not
start
bad, better than what we were.
start rolling, Dresdis. 5 days worth.
Oh god. I'm just gonna do 5 Constitution in a row, and then
You sure?
go
Sounds
from
good.
there.
Fail.
What?
Damn.
That's a success. That's a success.
How much did we give them?
300.
Okay.
300.
You heard that one.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, we have
that
we have
confused
lots of
me.
money.
So 3 fails.
3 failed, 3d4, yep.
And if you guys ever want to like look at to see how much money we have, you can
6.
just go to the
It's
party.
in the party loot, right? Yeah.
Like that's where I'm keeping track of it.
Fair.
All right. Okay, so you guys
It's a
sail
lot.
into Freyrport.
Is a lot. Holy shit.
Yeah, we should. I'm starting a business.
Like we have a lot.
I'm not even kidding. I think that's Raphael's next arc.
Like we have enough money to start an empire.
Well, I'm
Of
going
some
to take
sort.
some of that money right now.
Oh yeah,
Um,
fuck. Our ship's hella broken.
So yeah, you guys sail into Freyrport, or I should say you limp in under the tow of the Gorman Gurney traders, who once they kind of like detach you in the port, they just sail back off along their way. But you're brought out into the wharf. A couple of smaller ships help you maneuver your way into the docks. And you can negotiate a repair, repair of your ship with the dockmaster and the shipmaster there. The shipmaster is a Gorman-Gurney dwarf. He's middle-aged, and he promises you that he can fix your ship up in no longer than 2 weeks' time.
Ugh. All right.
We just need to find a priest.
Yeah.
It's going to be he says that it will cost 12,000 gold pieces.
Okay, I'd like to look at him. And, mia porto. Perhaps you know my name. I am Raphael di Corbo, son of Leonardo di Corbo. Have you heard of our weapons?
Oh, yes, that is something I have heard of already. Yes, I have heard of the Di Corbo. They make the guns. If I remember correctly, the guns are not as good as the Kraus weapons. Yes, yeah, Kraus are Gorman-Gurney made, and I would trust Kraus weapons, yes.
I will take this as a misinformed situation and not as the direct insult you have given me. Simply because I wish this meeting to go smoothly. I promise you that.
I mean no disrespect. I was only speaking what I know to be facts.
Well, your facts are reputable in their context, but you will find they are ultimately untrue. I make you a deal, no matter what your opinion is. You give us a discount on these repairs, and I will have my father give you a permanent discount on the wares of the Di Corbo family.
Oh, well, that is not something I can ignore completely.
Perhaps you have seen on board of our ship the design on the cannons we have been using. I doubt you are familiar with it.
I did see that you had some special cannon that I never seen before, but I do not know if they are of the quality that I would expect. But I do like a deal. Here at Freeport, we are about money. We're about making money, and I will think about this offer. Why don't you make a persuasion check for me?
Deep in the RP there.
I haven't decided what accent I'm supposed to be using either, so he's vaguely
Yeah, it was
European.
it was a little French, a little German. I'm digging it.
Yeah,
Persuade.
There's
He's
a lot
from
of
the-
French Germans in here.
he's from the Rhine.
Yeah. I am not good at persuasion. Not
Um,
my strong suit.
he says, let's see. He says, how will I access this discount that you have offered me, good Master Di Corbo?
You will, of course, make a contract with me now, officially, and
So
I will
you-
contact my.
You have a contract ready for me?
I would need a moment to draft something up.
Well, we can draft it right now. What are the terms you are offering?
I am offering you a once-in-a-lifetime discount in perpetuity of 10% off of all of the wares of the Di Corbo family.
Then I think that would be valuable to me to offer a backing kind of 10% discount on the repairs for your ship. Does this sound like a good idea?
If I were to increase to 15, would you increase the equivalent amount?
Yes, that is agreeable to me. That is.
Then 15% it is. I will have you now watch me as I contact Mia Kappa on Pidari through this sending stone and guarantee that you know that this discount is permanent.
Okay.
Can I
Go
call my
ahead.
dad?
All
I
right.
call my dad on my sending stone.
And then I call my dad.
Yeah.
Hey Dad.
All right.
Hey Dad.
Dad,
So
I just broke my ship.
we've been pirating really hard. I need a discount for my friend.
My ship's broken.
Oh, Dad.
Illikraken.
The cannons are working really good though. Everybody really likes your cannons a lot.
Selling them so hard. Oh my god.
Assume that you're gonna call this a sale, a contract.
Tell them that no press is bad press.
No, of course, yeah. I tell my dad that I'm making a business deal and that I need a one-time authorization on a 15% discount in perpetuity.
All right. Well,
So
you
not
call
one time.
you call up your dad, and he said, "Well, this one time it will be offered in perpetuity." No, you call up your dad, and he's like, "Oh, Mia boy, it has been so long to hear from you. I am glad to hear that you are still alive, and
No, this
that
is kind of an
those
asshole move, isn't it?
those sanguine pests, the Pipistrellos. I forgot their fucking name. The Pipistrellos.
That's it, yeah.
They have not caught up with you yet. I see.
Yes, Kappa. I am safe and well as Mia Portos here. We have been going on a quite lucrative business adventure.
Is this so? You are not just on the run, but you are making money. That is true Di Corbo way. My boy, my boy.
Of course, Kappa. There is only two things that are true in this world, and that is the right of Kenku to flight and money.
Oh, my boy, you are so focused on that crazed idea. But yes, money is the way that the world runs, and I'm glad to tell me, my boy. Were you just calling to check in and tell me that you are safe, or is there another reason you wish to contact me?
Well, I have here in front of me a business opportunity in Gorman Gurney. We are trying to increase our sales here from what I remember, and I have a customer here who would be willing to give us his business for a long time if we were to simply ratify a 15% discount.
Oh, my boy, that is a steep discount. But
I am afraid I have already made the promise of the percentage. It is simply your approval that I need.
well, listen, my boy. I do not want to discourage you from your building of the family business, but you may have to learn on your own that offering such a steep discount in perpetuity, that well, I can only hope that this will indeed increase our business and drive up more ware shipping to that region of the world. But yes, my boy, you can take my approval on this contract. But please, if you make any more such business deals, please contact me before you agree on any numbers.
Russia, mia kappa, of course I will. I promise that this, along with a few other things, will be the key to our domination over the Declan Kraus rifles.
Ah, my boy. Well, I'm glad you are still focused on increasing our market share. That is the most important. But be safe, and your mother sends her love. We have been laying low since you left, but we are safe here. We are safe.
I will return someday, Kappa. Until then, I will call you soon.
All right. Thank you. And he bids you
I-
farewell, and you now have 15% discount.
Cool. So I offer to the guy. I said, I have this approved. May we sign the contract?
I am pleased to do this business with you, yes. My accent has disappeared, that's how pleased I am.
It's okay. I go kind of Arabic sometimes with Raphael. So it's just you never know.
It's cool. I vary wildly between Australian. And
Yeah, you never know. Right, we're trying.
Yeah, like I never make it.
True.
All right, so 15% discount of 12,000 is, if I do my math in my head correctly, 10,200.
Fuck yeah! I saved us some coin.
And you can mark that off. I know you
10,200.
10,200. Take that from the golds or the plats or the whatevers. You guys got lots. And he promised a 2 weeks. You might want to pay your pirates. You're down to 15 pirates.
We also need more pirates.
You also need more pirates. So let's say you pay 1 month's worth, and that allows you to also recruit new pirates.
Okay, that's
What?
how much was it? 500.
It is 720 per month.
120.
You guys had loaded up with food, but by the end of this, you will be down with food again, and that's 1,500 per month for food.
Is it 10 silver per 1 gold? Or
Yeah.
100 silver?
10
10?
silver per gold, yeah.
How much for food? 1,500?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him fucking 15,000 silver.
Sounds good. They love silver. You just loaded them up with a whole bunch of silver here.
Yeah, so that brings us, and then food.
That was for the food.
That was for the food, and then pirates, and then extra pirates.
Total for all the pirates is 720.
I would like one of the pirates
Also-
to be a halfling named Meat Pie.
One of the pirates is a halfling named Meat.
That's fucking incredible. I wholeheartedly approve of that.
Yeah.
The pirates are also being
He's the
paid
chef now.
in silver,
Sounds
We have
good.
a halfling chef. and his
but they're
name is
still
Meat
getting
Pie.
500. They're still getting their full amount. It's just in silver.
Yeah, they probably prefer that.
Yeah, silver's more spendable.
Most regular people would just want silver, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do that, and now I guess what we have to do is see if we can figure out. Now, y'all went straight to the cleric, but you guys have some powers as well. Do you guys want to do anything before you seek out a cleric to try and figure out Dresdis' shit, or do you want to go straight to trying to find a temple?
None of my bard power is gonna help here.
I guess we could give him an
Okay.
investigation in Lucius's study. We could try.
Yeah. Let's
So
bring
we
him
might-
into
we
the
might
study.
as well go investigate.
Which is just
What's
like,
up?
yeah, let's fucking bring him
Come
into
on
the
in.
lab.
Let's put him in the lab.
Hey,
Take a blood
Dresdis, please
sample.
get in this cage.
Dresdis, if you wouldn't mind stepping into the cage, please.
I don't know why we need to cage him. It seems this might be
Listen,
voluntary.
listen.
be
I've
a
read the
voluntary,
books for this. I
examination.
know what I'm doing. I'm a professional.
I fear that you are citing research that does not exist.
Have you went to university?
No.
I am the only one here then with a university degree, and I refuse to be questioned.
I went to the school of hard beaks.
Oh, he's laughing at me.
I can't believe that shit. Fucking A. That gets negative inspiration.
Because he knows who I'm talking
No.
to. Oh yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
to Andrew. That's why she's laughing. I'm the only one who
Yes,
went to
he's
university.
dead.
I never went to university. Yeah, my brother
me-
definitely went to university.
This is what role playing's all about.
we're not role playing ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Awesome.
Funny.
But yeah, no, you don't have to go in the. That was a joke. Ha ha ha.
I think we just need to do a couple of samples and do some analysis here.
Okay,
Blood
so
of an ancient elephant race.
let me check here. I feel like the artificer has some cleric-like powers, doesn't he?
Not really.
Chris, you and I both know that clerics are the ultimate, and that they have unique abilities that no one can replicate except for paladins occasionally.
Clerics are the best.
Not even though. I don't think paladins can even get as high as remove curse.
No, they can only get up to 5th level spells.
Yeah, I don't know if they can remove curses. I don't even think dispel magic removes curses.
Yeah, dispel magic might work on smaller stuff, but probably not. Yeah. Oh wow, you don't get remove curse.
I don't.
I think druids do probably, right? Druids probably get remove curse because
Probably.
What about
they get
pallies?
divine spells. They don't get that high. I don't think. I don't think they can cast that high of
I know
spell.
our
Paladins don't get spell levels like very high. Like you have to
No.
get up to
Yeah.
like level 17 to get like
Super high.
fifth level spells as a paladin. That's one of the
Okay.
reasons why Brunesh
Maybe
is
like a
multi-class.
special paladin subclass does it, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. They're
I
pretty
doubt
much
it.
about. They're pretty much about fucking people up.
Yeah, and they stay away from the subclasses that like just look like other classes. Like, oh, it's a
Clerics.
paladin subclass that's just a cleric.
yeah.
Clerics
Okay.
pretty much the only thing that we can go do.
So I
Or
want to
like some cool wizard or a druid.
You guys are all arcane, basically, is the main issue, other than our pally. But you guys can try and figure out what the fuck's going on. I mean, you obviously put 2 and 2 together that he's cursed by the trident, but you can get more details if you do a little bit of research. So you guys get him in the cage, locked into the device. You suck out
Perfect.
all his negative
Yep.
energy.
Yep. Well, we
And-
have to kill him first, drain
Yeah.
him of his blood, and
Yeah.
then reanimate. But yes, we can do that. Yep.
Okay, so but here's what you can do. So let's roll an Arcana check, and we'll. It sounds like you have a team working, your best team working on this. So any
I'll
one
be
of you
in
can roll it, and we'll just give it advantage. All right. So here are the things you've been able to determine. The curse has been triggered by his attunement of the weapon. And for him to to remove the curse, he needs to unattune the weapon. You also have been able to determine that what's happening is there's the way that the curse has worked is it's attached to the trident, and it's using necromantic power to drain his life force in some way.
Where's that life force going? Do we know?
You don't know where that's going, and you
Interesting.
have some curious ideas. If this wasn't one of your best friends, there's some interesting movement of powers going on here.
Where's all that power going, though?
Yeah.
You're lucky
Yeah.
you got that plot armor, Dresdis.
Yeah, there's part of you who's like, if I get out
I
my
can try
ring,
right
can I
now.
suck this? Can I maybe siphon it off?
I could make another one right now.
Yeah, you could make another Dresdis. No, but
No
yeah,
one will
so
ever notice. No one will ever notice that it's not Dresdis.
yeah.
Chris just starts role playing Bobby's character for the rest. Like, wait a minute.
That would be pretty funny.
Becomes an automaton.
Wait a minute. What happened to Bobby?
Where's your soul? Oh, it got drained. Okay, yeah. So the other thing is there seems to be. So you feel like you're going to be able to. You need a cleric. You have figured out that you need some kind of healing power to remove the curse, but you have determined that will be impossible unless he is no longer attuned to the weapon. So step 1, unattune from weapon. Step 2, get someone to do a remove curse ritual on you.
Hey, Dresdis, you might want to just unattune from that and let me take it and put it back. It's
All right.
seems to be draining the life out of you.
I have
Put it
developed
in.
an enclosure that will keep it safely away from us.
Where's that at?
At the back of the laboratory, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's where we should keep it, in that little chest back there in the secret spot, the alarmed one.
That only I have a key to.
That is not true. I am also able to go in there. That's where we keep our gold.
Very well.
So Dresdes has also determined that just not being around the item isn't enough to unattune it. So there are two mechanical ways
how
that
do
he
we
can
unattune it?
unattune it.
I will hand him my invisibility cloak and tell him to attune to it.
How many things do you have attuned, Dresdes?
Well, I currently have the hood and Sadiki's hammer and that thing, or Sadiki's thing.
Okay, so
I
then
have-
My
do
cloak
you,
would be enough then.
do you attune to the cloak? Spend a
Yeah,
day.
I-
Okay, after a day of attuning to the cloak, you are no longer attuned to the trident. You're now attuned to the cloak. And
I was gonna say, when I handed it to him, Oi, Biggin. I'm gonna want this back if you don't mind after we're done here.
already.
Thank you.
I tuned to it, but I totally willingly give it back as well.
okay.
And, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you not have to attune to weapons?
No,
It-
you do.
It depends.
do.
If they're magical and are magical enough. But if they're just like a +1, they usually don't need attunement.
Okay,
But-
because my light hammer doesn't have the little
Yeah.
mark.
No, it doesn't need attunement. It's just a basic ass weapon.
Making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain.
Are?
I'm thinking about. I don't know. I saw it seems to be draining life force. This thing, and I'm kind of, I'm kind of doing that already. So I don't know if this could be like something better for me to use it with. I'm not gonna attune to it at all, obviously, but I'm gonna keep it in back. I might run some tests. Just letting you know.
Fine by me, as long as nobody's dying to this stupid fucking curse.
Unless they've been captured.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
And I
it's like
force the
a thing.
staff into their hands and see what happens.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
Or I just put it on a desk right next to the cage and see if they grab it. Never mind. I have ideas. Don't need to bother you, Captain.
Yeah, I
Feels like
told
there's
you,
no
whatever you're
possible
doing, as long as you're not
deniability.
fucking with me, crew of me ship, I don't. Yeah, you go ahead.
Captain Jimeni.
I don't know about my own magic, let alone yours.
Yeah, yep. I know all of it.
So Captain Jimeni has kind of been following along, and she's like, she comes to you in confidence one night, Captain, and she says, I know that your elephant man is no longer using the trident. I'm not afraid of its curse.
Well, you should be. Cause
Yeah,
it's
almost.
literally rotting him, and I'm pretty sure it'll rot you too.
I know there's power in that weapon. If you give
Why,
it to
there
me,
is
I will
power.
take it off your hands.
Except for that you won't, because I'm not giving it to you. You
Does
see-
she not understand that it'll turn her into an undead?
She,
Or kill her, or whatever it does?
like,
So
I
here's
know
the thing,
not what
Jiminy.
was happening to you, Dresdis, but I know that that trident is meant to be in my hands.
See, here's the thing, Jiminy. Do you remember when we were going down into the Dragon's Lair, and you said that you were going to be the greatest pirate of all time, and that you offered me a spot as one of your lieutenants, as a captain, underneath you as like Pirate Admiral? Do you remember that?
That offer is still on the table, Captain
Yeah,
Law.
there's no fucking way that I'm gonna let you be queen of the fucking pirates when I could do it myself and be king of the pirates. Why settle for second best? I don't understand. Like, you should have known that. You should have known that that's not a great offer for me. Or really anyone. We're all out for our own skins.
Yeah.
I got me boys. They're willing to help me. They don't give a fuck about piracy. Like, they,
I am growing quite fond of piracy.
Do
it
you?
is fun. It
If
is.
you-
It is allowing lots of research.
What I'm saying is, like, Raph's about his cannons, Dresdes is building his own bleeding empire, which, honestly, if I'm gonna take any offer, it's gonna be the offer to be the Royal Navy of that bloke. Have you seen him? Have you seen him in combat? Yeah,
Then
I'm not
what cost
trusting-
is it to you if you give me the trident? What do you need it for?
That's not the point. The point is I can't let you get ahead of me. This is my trident. We fucking earned it. We did all the killing of the fucking dragon. I got me ass whooped by a fucking dragon. A bloody fucker carried me underwater for like, I don't know, fucking 300 feet. You know how hard it is to hold your breath like that?
What do you want
Fuck.
for it? You want money? You obviously
No.
don't want it for what its value is.
Fucking rich as shit. I don't need your fucking money.
Tell her that I want it.
Value is
Besides,
in.
Lucius needs it for his experiments, and I don't know what he's doing. And to be honest, you don't want to know what he's doing.
What experiments?
Fuck, I just told you I didn't know. As long as it's not burning me ship down, I don't give a shit.
She storms off.
No.
She comes. She comes.
Oh no, she's gonna come talk to me now.
I love playing Locke because I know that he's like super dumb and not very wise. So I just say the first thing that comes into my head literally every time.
So she comes around the corner and goes to find you, Lucius, and I imagine you're in the lab because I bet you spend a lot of time in there.
That's pretty much all my time. It's where I sleep.
So she knocks on the door.
Lucius doesn't trust anyone else to not be there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll open the door.
She says, Lucius, just the person I was looking for.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll get
Just
right
like
to
blood all over the floor.
I'll get right to it. Captain Locke says that you need the trident for some experiments, but
I didn't say need. I just said I saw something interesting.
And what is that?
Well, it sucks the life out of people, and then where does that life go? And I want to know where that life goes, and that I want that life.
So what is your plan? Because I hope to take it off your hands. Can you get your experiments done as soon as possible? What do you need?
I need a body. Not a body, I need a live person. Somebody we could get into this cage and have them attuned to that thing and see if I could get it to transfer into
Can I-
another.
Can I say that I followed Jiminy when she stormed out?
Sure.
Alright, I want to be there for this conversation.
That's all I know is that if I could get somebody in there, maybe I could find a way to transfer that power into somewhere else and use it for something. I have no idea right now, you know? I've just been thinking.
Listen, you say you want someone to attune to that? That's what I want. Give me the trident. I will attune to it.
You wanna travel with us while I siphon off the energy it siphons off you? And if we run into
She looks-
Blackbeard,
she
you
looks
can
to-
kill him?
She looks to Locke. She looks back to Lucius. She says,
Eh?
I want the trident.
I'll tell you what.
But I am
I'm alright with
willing.
that, Captain, to be honest.
I have a caveat. She can have the trident as long as she stays in the cage.
I'm not getting in that cage.
And you ain't getting the trident, are you?
Listen, that's unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable.
You want me to imprison myself? That's not. I need my freedom if I'm going to
For
have the trident.
safety of me crew, while you're on me ship and have the trident, you should be in the cage. We don't know all of what it does, just part of what it does.
That's true. All I do know is that it siphons life energy and then goes. That's about all I got.
Listen, I see that you wish to protect your crew, but when your elephant friend had it, you didn't put him in a cage. I ain't going in any cage either.
Captain, I don't see a problem. If anything happens, we could just kill it.
Right, well,
Also,
she can
who is
attune to
what
it.
is she?
She's a...
She's an orc.
She's an orc, right?
Yeah.
She's not Titan touched or nothing.
Not that you know of.
Yeah, so I don't know what kind of
Alright.
energy's pooping off her, but we'll see.
She can attune to it after we've taken the seat again.
Taken to see again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, Captain. I'll keep it locked up until then.
I will
Deal?
agree to that. Thank you, Captain Locke. Thank you, Lucius.
Just every morning, track when you start feeling bad. And then maybe about 10 to 15 minutes before you start feeling bad every day, just come see me. And we'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe we could study it, maybe we could stop it. Maybe I could harvest it. I'm not sure.
I peek through the door and say, scale of 1 to 10, Jiminy.
I
Scale
was
of 1 to 10.
literally gonna say it.
1 to 10.
All right.
You're
Okay.
feeling a 6, come see me, I'll siphon some off.
Okay, so I think you guys did your research on that, and she butted her nose in, and now you have an idea of what you need to do. So you've unattuned Dresdis, but you need to find him someone that can remove the curse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's only one person in town that can remove it, and his name is Beldrick Hammerfist. What?
Oh
bitch.
no.
That's a troll. That's not true. He doesn't.
Yeah,
have it.
because if he's
Ah.
in another spot.
Yeah.
I was like,
Also, I'm very interested in talking
Alright.
about
He's not just hanging out in Freeport, like removing curse from random
I
people.
feel like this group is just gonna become his like henchmen.
Very excited about the meeting with
Yeah,
Belgium
this group would
eventually.
just team up with him. Like,
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
friends
maybe
with
name
Beldrick in
maybe
this,
name
yeah.
ourselves after him.
Well, 100%. If he's a dimensional traveler, right? If I show him what I've been doing, like at least I show some promise to get benefits from Beldrick the ever knowing or whatever, right? Maybe he could dimension travel to Agnog, bring me power from there. I don't know.
Who knows?
Sorry.
Beldrick's not meant to be part of this campaign, but
Yeah, I
he's,
know.
he's just in the
Except
background.
for his references for like Tristan.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta drop
Like a
references
shadowy
here and there.
operative.
Exactly, he's out there.
Yeah.
Very
Who knows? He might be the final big bad. You guys are gonna get to pick your big bad, basically.
Yeah, there's
Um,
lots of them already.
Yeah, there's a handful already.
There's quite a few.
We do make enemies.
Yes, we do. I mean, Tristan
So-
and Blackbeard.
You need at least a
Blood
5th level cleric. That should be easy enough to find in Freeport.
I have a question, Chris.
Yeah, hit me.
Is there any sort of like Bard's College in Freeport?
Oh,
I need to learn how to be a bard.
well, I mean, let's say there's like, there's definitely like bards that practice here. There's sailor bards, probably most of them, because this is a sailor city. And if you want to spend some of your time there hanging out with them, I mean, I think part of it also is I'm going to gather that you've probably been practicing as a not like a bard, but like a minstrel. Like you probably already have your musical capabilities,
Well,
right?
yeah, because instead of an instrument, I was just gonna use my voice, like sea shanty
Yeah.
style.
So you've probably been singing them all along. So now all that's happened here is you've kind of like
Develop weird magic.
leveled up to the point where you can actually use that power, right? But yeah, I'll say definitely we'll say that you spend some time hanging out with some local sailors, and some of those sailors, one of those sailors will say kind of takes you under his wing as a mentor and shows you how to use your sea shanties to gain actual magical powers.
Excellent, thank you. I just wanted to like have that lore wise.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to pick some details about your mentor? Like, he doesn't have to be a Gorman Gurney. He could be. This is a free port. That's what it means. So.
We'll say. I want to say it's like an orc from Kugong, and all his shanties are like super like bassy and like staccato.
All right.
Ooh,
I like
like
it.
Mongolian throat singing.
Almost, yeah, like real
Yeah.
close to that.
Okay. Cool. He shows you some new techniques, and
That is cool.
yeah, feel free to name them if you'd like.
I will think on that.
Yeah. Okay, and then, what was I going to look up here is what are the likely temples that you can find here? So,
Yeah, who do the Gorman Gurney worship?
you can find temples here. of Brock. Brock is the god of industry. So there's probably like down by the ship yards and there's probably a lumber yard and stuff here. There's a temple of Brock. Galwin, the god of like science and natural philosophy. There is a temple of Koloth here. He's the god of authority, and that's the god that Dresdis worships. There's also a temple of Horus, the god of justice, also important in Loxodon culture. Those are probably the main ones here. There's also a shrine to Illich, and then there's some smaller.
There's a shrine to Illich.
Yeah.
I bet Illich herself doesn't like us very much.
I was gonna say, let's steer clear of the Illich. We did kill a bunch of them.
Oh, they also revere Felwyn, the god of medicine, and so you can probably find a healer focus. It might not be so much a temple as it is an actual like hospital.
Right. That's the place then.
Okay, do an investigation check for me, someone.
I will.
Okay.
But only because it's super high.
Yeah, I know. You're volunteering for something you can succeed at.
Yeah. Because I like it.
All right, nice. Okay, so yeah, you guys are wandering through the town, and Lucius, you rely on some of your basic understanding of Gormangurney, and you know that they regularly have not a full hospital, but a hospice in their colonies. And so even though you walk past a couple other temples, the temple of Brock and Horus and such, you see the shrine to Illich and you're like, let's get the fuck out of there. You wander a little bit longer than you would.
I look over, the Illikraken's eye shows up again.
Yeah, exactly. You have a momentary... this is it. From now on, you're like, you and the Illikraken.
No more blood. Stop drinking blood.
But yeah, right after you come out of your flashback with the Illikraken, you see a small, it's really only about a 15-foot by 10-foot building, but it is got the symbol of Felwyn on it, and you know that means they specialize in healing.
All right, I'll just look at dresses and go, there you go, bud. See what's going on.
I'll head on in.
All right. You head in. When you get there, there is a human female, middle-aged. She sees you as you come in, and she can see all the rotten skin on your face. And she's like, oh, my God. Oh, geez, Felwyn, please bless us here today. This is going to be a hard one. She motions to a couple of other attendees and says, you two, quick, prepare a bed. Come on in, sir. Come on in. And she motions you towards the bed that they're preparing for you. Tell me, what is this affliction? What is its source?
Well, we found apparently a cursed trident, and I held on to it for a while, and this started happening. And then I locked the trident away, and it still was happening.
I see. Now, is it important for me to have a conversation with you about attuning to strange and unknown items? You know, there are very many dangerous items in the world. You should always have them properly checked out by a cleric before you attune them. This is how you get into these situations, you know.
Yes, I do believe I've learned my lesson.
Good. Now,
protected attuning.
He's crossing his fingers behind his back, by the way.
Safe attunement only. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now let's take a look at you here. Well, let's
Safe
see.
attunement is fun attunement.
There's posters on the wall with saying like that. And she performs a couple of some basic spells that Dresdis, because of your, paladin training, you can kind of tell that they're simple probing spells, divination spells to try and figure out what's wrong with you. And she's like, "Oh yes, oh well, I can see here that you've already unattuned from the item, which is good. You should never stay attuned to any strange item for longer than you have to. But we are going to have to do a little bit of extra work here to remove the curse. And then, unfortunately, this has progressed quite a bit, and you've taken some permanent damage to your vitality, and that we will be able to restore that for you, but it is going to take time. You will probably have to stay here at the clinic for a number of days, but we can get the curse taken care of right away here. We operate by donation. So what kind of donation would you be willing to make to our humble hospice here today?
Sounds free to me.
I want to say I went with Dresdis, and I make the donation. And I make a donation of 200 gold. And I say, just get my boy healthy again and back in action.
She says, "Sir, this is a generous donation, but the services that we are going to be providing here today are quite extensive, and we would hope that you might be able to extend a greater donation than this."
I will pull 100 platinum from the party chest and hand that over.
Jesus.
Ooh.
She says, "Good captain, this is a much generous donation, and it does honor Felwyn greatly. We promise
Paladin to be alive."
we promise to do our best to ensure your friend has the greatest treatment here at the Hospice of Felwyn." And she motions for some of the acolytes to take your donation, and they take it to the back where there's a lockbox, and they secure it so that it doesn't get stolen. But then she immediately turns and begins performing a ritual. The ritual is a little bit longer than normal ones that you might have witnessed. It takes her at least an hour. She starts by lighting a number of candles and setting them around the bed that Dresdis is in. Along with some of those candles, she lights some incense to fill the room with a nice aromatic scent that seems to cleanse. It kind of has a fresh scent that when you breathe it in, it feels like it's kind of cleansing your air space. And then she grinds up some stones and other reagents into a fine powder that, after grinding it up, is white with sort of a pink sheen. And she distributes that in a circle around Dresdis while chanting and saying both just prayers to Felwyn that you can understand in common, but then also what sound like maybe prayers in a divine language, but possibly celestial, or maybe in just the language of magic. And throughout the time while she's performing the ritual, you can see little bursts of light and color that tend to either start at one of the flames of the candles, or maybe at some of the powder she's distributed around the floor. But whenever one of these little lights or bursts apply, it comes and it lays down on top of Dresdis's body as sort of a gentle little sheen of light and color. And over the hour, more and more of these sheets sort of lay down on Dresdis until Dresdis is covered in like a glowing sort of shimmering filament. It looks like there's almost a see-through cloth on him from all the layers. And finally, the chanting starts to get louder and more. It just becomes more pronounced. A couple of the acolytes come in and they start joining in the chanting as well. And as the chanting gets louder and louder, the light gets brighter and brighter, and then finally it falls through Dresdis's body and disappears with kind of a gentle gust of wind that blows out the candles and blows some of the dust around. But afterwards, you can see that Dresdis is indeed looking more relaxed, a little bit more, has a little bit more vitality in him, despite the fact that he still has rotten patches on him, and it seems like he's still suffering from the vitality loss that he had earlier. At the end of the ritual, the priest again says, Master Dresdis, in order to ensure that you are returned to full vitality, you will have to return here every day, and we will make a poultice for you that you can put on some of your wounds, but then we will also have some medicine that you're going to have to ingest. Please arrive every day. Early in the morning is best, and we will have to administer this until you have returned to your full health. Understood?
Understood.
Well, we will send you home today with a poultice and some medicine for today. This will get you started, and we will see you back here again in the morning.
All right.
Okay, so you leave after she administers the poultice and gives you the medicine, and so I want you to roll a 1d6. Four, you regain 4 maximum hit points. So we'll have to keep doing this every day until you've recovered back to full. Shall we do that?
Yep, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. We didn't really have any other business. We have to wait for the ship to be fixed, and then we have to do this, right? Was there anything else?
During downtime, you said you were gonna give us feeds, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, at the end of this, why don't we all pick a feat at the end of this too? This is the downtime. You're just sitting around, learning shit. Some of you are becoming bards. Some of you are getting rid of the rot that you allowed into your body because of unsafe attunement. Safe attunement. Just
Please
say
practice
no.
safe attunement.
Exactly.
Swear
Say
protection.
no to curses.
Yeah.
Always have protection when picking up random weapons.
Exactly. You should always use an anti-magic field.
Please equip your anti-magic field.
Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to advance a day, and then Dresdis rolls d6. All right? Advance a day. Dresdis roll d6. It's torrential rains today. Crazy. 1 hit point. You got to roll higher than that, my bro.
That's it. That's it.
Another day. Another day, another roll. So what's your minus right now?
21 with that.
21? Okay. So do another one. That was 21 without the 3 or 21 with the 3?
3.
With?
With.
Okay, sorry, you cut out. Okay, so
With.
now it's a fucking monsoon, motherfuckers. Damn. Good thing we're like sitting in.
We're not doing anything.
Yeah, good thing we ain't
We're
doing
not out
shit.
in the ocean.
It's fucking monsooning. Basically, work doesn't get done today. That sucks. Okay, but why don't you just keep rolling d6s until you heal yourself? So what's that? 14? 17? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough, isn't it?
Yep, that's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The monsoon passes, even though it's raining still today. And let's maybe do 1,
Long
2,
rest?
3, 4. Oh, you all definitely long rested here.
Yay! I don't have to manually raise my HP.
Okay, so you guys have almost ended the whole week. In fact, this is the first day of the full moon. After this whole month. So we'll say that you can recharge up Moon Drinker over the next couple days. But the ship has been repaired. Dresdis has been repaired.
Even better.
You all can pick a feat.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
And
Oh man.
the
I am
question
getting
is,
shield training.
what are we going to do with the Philosopher's Stone? And what the fuck are we doing next? That's the real question.
Yeah, what are we doing
We're
next?
starting a business.
Well, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
I have
My
to
name's
do that.
Raphael de Corbo. I've come to the Sharks today for 20% of my business.
I mean, I need to go to that one place for Titan Blood, but like,
And dude, that
We
that
fought
chick
that.
that chick is waiting for Dresdis.
We
Oh.
could burn down the Declan Krause store.
Dude, we marooned him on an
We did.
island surrounded
We
by
did.
a kraken with a
We did.
pistol and one bullet in it.
We did. So let's burn down his shit.
and only goblins. I think only 2 of the goblins can speak common.
You know that that he's going to have some comeback story from that because you guys left him for dead. And at level
sure.
18 or whatever, he's going to
kill
come
him for real.
out of the sky with a skyship of machine guns and be like, "Die, motherfucker!" God, that's
That'll
a
be
good
badass.
idea. I think I
Yeah,
need
man,
to
that'll
do
be
that.
tight as shit.
Yeah,
We should
I
have
would
our
love
own
that.
airship at that point. So
yeah,
like,
exactly. It'll be airship piracy. It's going to be fucking rad.
Yeah, it'll be super tight.
But yeah, I'm glad he didn't just murder him so that he can come back as a vindictive.
Okay, Chris, I know you say that, but we all know that killing your NPCs does not stop them from hassling us.
Yeah.
That's right.
I recall the elf that we killed not once, not twice, but thrice.
Yeah, because he kept coming back. I
Kill
love
that
it.
motherfucker.
I do love undead guys coming back because why not? It's way more fun. Okay, but we do need to think of next steps because
Yeah.
what I need to plan.
We
what the
have
next
more
step is.
treasure to go look for. What's going on with people's stories?
We've been doing a lot of piracy, and I think we should go into someone else's
Yeah,
story for a bit.
I
We
agree.
have been doing a fuckload of piracy.
In a weird way, almost all of you got to the same point in your story except for Dresdis because I left Dresdis' story at the end because he wanted to start an empire and you can't do that at level 1.
Truth.
But for a lot of you, you're at a point in the story where I've left it up to you. I'm like, if you want to chase down your story, you can, but if you don't, you can leave it. Dresdis is the only one that kind of has ongoing thread.
I'm wondering what to do next. I just need more Titan blood to create more Philosopher's Stones.
I could leave my ship in the hands of Winter if we choose to go pursue Dresdis' thing, and then we can.
True.
Winter has a sending stone. We can always have her meet us somewhere.
If you finish
Also
your teleportation thing before then,
We
You-
could just always teleport back
you
to the
can
ship
just
anyway.
teleport back whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
say
you-
we do that.
Winter can be like your Uber, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm sure
It's
she's
also a cool home base to have a ship that sails around.
A
right?
mobile ship, and then
Yeah.
eventually we just put wings on it.
Yeah.
engines. Magitech engines.
Magitech.
But where are we going next? We're gonna go do Dresdis' thing.
For
That was
now.
just a suggestion. Like that's just my personal vote. Is
I bet I could find a Titan touch down there that I can, drain.
just take all of
I,
the like, essence.
Excuse me.
Bless.
What?
Hmm.
I'm sorry, guys. Wow.
What's up?
Nothing. Zoe's brother is funny.
So there's sort of two main things that I think you can do unless you go off, and just do something random. You can go to Fernhenge because that's where Dressus's cousin is hanging out.
I want to go there too.
There's a couple of reasons to go there, and I have a real fun thing planned when we go there. The other possibility
My lady
is,
wants to go. My lady wants to go there, and there's shit there. So yeah.
Palma Marta is the other possibility. That's the pirate city. And you have another pirate map for another cursed item there if you want to go get it. Did I say cursed? Yeah, it's cursed. But
Probably cursed.
you might be able to
I mean,
learn
if one of
more
them's
about
cursed,
the
they
curse
probably
over
all
there.
are.
But yeah, those are the two most obvious places to go. Then you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could go back to Earshore, start this business that
Yeah,
Raphael's been talking about.
that'd be cool.
You could all just retire and we could start a new campaign.
True. I mean, my character, I would love to go to the Pohawattal Empire. I mean, Fernhenge and do that stuff. But I mean, if Lucius is able to reliably get stones and know how, the next step is probably lichdom.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I don't know if I mean I just see it like evolving to there eventually, right? So he continue to make them forever because he's that greedy. But I don't know if I need to completely flesh that out in the story. I could maybe make someone new because that's like his angle is just this stone.
Well, you can keep yourself alive without becoming a lich with this stone. That's kind of
True.
the point
That's how
of it.
all those guys were doing. Yeah.
And that's what Tristan has done. That's why Tristan's still alive.
Right. And I don't have that power yet, so I think that's next for me then, is finding out how they got that to work.
Remember, Tristan had the cool stone that had the machine around it that switched it around and made it to use any kind of power he wanted. That would be your like ultimate end goal.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Once you're that
Powerful,
level,
though.
you become an NPC, and I have to take over you because now you're too powerful.
Yeah.
You become the bad guy in the next campaign.
Oh, he's getting there.
I think a lot of us are getting there.
Yeah.
So
we're getting
if we do a vote, are we voting Fernhenge? Does anyone want to?
I will vote for an hedge personally.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Sure,
It's
you
not
got a
piratey, really, right?
Good with it. If everyone's good with it, I'm good with it.
As long as we set up the teleportation to be able to go back to a base camp.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
That's why I was thinking we start a store as a base camp.
That's also a good idea.
Ah,
We
that's
can-
also a
we
super
can-
good
We
idea.
can leave like our NPC at to we don't have to stay there. You know what I mean?
We have the capital.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we could have the ship like providing things for the store too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
We just need to
Would it
pay
be-
the docking costs.
Yeah. Just sorry, real quick. Would it be out of the question to have somehow, for some reason, for the Decarbo to be able to start working on a airship prototype? Or is
Yeah,
that
for
kind of
sure.
like pushing the boundary of the?
I mean, his whole dream is to fly, so I don't like.
Oh, that'd be such an interesting way to achieve the dream.
I
which
feel
is,
like that's
we
kind
all
of what
get
I've
to
been
fly.
working towards. Yeah.
Oh, has it been your whole thing, and I've just been kind of
Just-
like dense?
No, I mean
about
like
it?
no. I haven't directly
Well,
said
he's
that I'm gonna
become
do.
an artificer, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I just realized that might be a play there. You could be like, well,
Yeah, no,
turns
I
out,
agree
like,
100%.
no, Raul Kenku's flying Kenku's on the airship. That'd be sweet. Also, I guess I'm probably like we're all just kind of have like a late game airship mindset because of the Final Fantasy series. I
It
feel
just
like
feels like
that's
that's where we're
ingrained.
headed. Yeah.
I just feel like it's ingrained. Chris, what's your feel on that?
I don't want airship for at least another 5 levels, but then I'm
Okay, that makes
A-okay
sense,
with
makes
airships. Airship at level 15, let's fly around. I have some idea what the next 4 or 5 levels might look like, but very vague. But after that, I have no idea. So if you want to fly around with airships and do stuff like,
Because I
We're
think
level 8 right now, right?
looking towards that is pretty cool.
we're level 8, yeah.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna start. Go ahead.
I don't really want to level you to level 9 yet, but I feel like you guys are really close to level 9.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
That'd be awesome.
I leveled you up after the dragon because that was awesome and you kind of deserved it. But I feel like you really should have been leveled up at the end of the whole adventure, which would be right now.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
just
hold up
meta.
a bit.
That was my favorite. No, I'd say I leveled you up in the middle instead of the end. But that was my favorite adventure ever. I think that I've ever made. From beginning to end, when you guys sailed in there and the dragon came out and warned you away, to the end with you guys
Yeah,
like
that was fucking sick.
fighting the Kraken.
Oh, dude.
Like, it was awesome. I love that I keep get to say that too. Like, oh, this was the best one yet, and then I'll go make another one, and it'll be the best one hopefully too. I got a
It just
real
keeps
cool
getting
idea.
better, bro.
Got a real cool idea for Fernhenge. Hopefully it works.
Let's trap
Thank
their
you,
god and suck all of its energy. Hopefully, it's not as big as an Illikraken.
I've kind of
Like,
got an idea.
God killer, yeah.
I think I need to make a new Titan. Cause
Yeah.
I haven't made a Fey Titan, and I think I'm gonna make a Fey Titan.
We'll see what happens there. I'm gonna need to.
It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be unexpected because you guys.
I
Well-
made a poster for the wall of the hospital. It's in the general chat.
Oh, this needs to be seen.
Wait, what?
Fantastic.
And it's in that shitty, like, obviously, like Photoshop, like
Yeah.
Paint, Microsoft.
That
Paint.
makes it
God, I will
better.
have duties as a
Yeah.
citizen. That's so funny.
Yeah, I love it. Register your items. Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Okay, then I think this is probably where we're gonna pause because we went a little bit,
Seems
or
obvious,
we
yeah.
got further than I expected today because you guys solved the dead in the water thing a little bit quicker than I had planned. But that's because you rolled really good on the passing ship, and that's what I like. I like when random things happen and we get to evolve the story.